Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Can you feel? Can you feel?
Well, as a matter of fact, I can't.
Where specifically?
Kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning. Oh, it's a Ross mix morning.
Yeah.
I see honeycomb. I see almonds. I see little torpedo-y things. I don't know what do you call those?
That a corkscrew?
Yeah. Oh, corkscrews.
Flavor twists?
Flavor twist. I see balls.
Yeah.
Like cheese ball.
That's a popcorn.
Popcorn balls. I love this. I love the trend that we're going on in this show.
Are you sure you can see it?
Well, are you referring to these glasses?
Yeah, you were wearing them on the way in.
Yeah, I forgot to take them off. I got these yesterday, right? Because I almost said a bad word. It's too early to do that because I almost said something.
It's too early. It might be better to do it now.
I know. I'm saying I don't have my the filter, the on-air filter.
Yeah, but if you were like meat part of the show and did it, that would have been worse.
That's a good point right there. The meat part. Because the way our insurance works is you get like you get a pair of free glasses every year but it flips over in January. So the glasses I'm wearing now, because the problem with me and glasses is like
glasses.
My problem is seeing
You can't see those glasses.
far away. Like far away is my problem. But like I don't need them to see you guys or the paper down here, right?
Okay.
So what will happen is like if I'm driving, and let's just say hypothetically I'm driving, and then I have this like little magnet that I don't know how to describe this. Like I have a little screen in my console that has like your miles per hour and stuff, right? And then off of the screen I have this little magnet that holds my phone, right? So like I can see the map or something. So I was almost going to say like if I had a ball game on, but you don't do that when you're driving. Hypothetically.
It is hypothetically because you usually have a driver drive you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Daddy.
But if I have a map, let's say I have my Google Maps, right?
You don't have a big old map on that screen?
Okay, well I'm trying to do a hypothetical.
Oh, I mean, sorry.
Because you can't watch stuff like The Crown or something while you're driving. So, anyways, I have that up. Like I can see the road perfectly if I have my glasses on, but I can't see the TV. The TV gets blurry because it's closer.
What an issue.
No,
hypothetically.
No, hypothetically. So what they got me, or they had me get with these stupid glasses, is they're called progressives.
Yeah.
I don't know why their political stances matter, but whatever. They're called progressives.
They're edgy.
And what'd you say?
Edgy.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I was waiting for the music bed. I thought you said the other E word.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't say it. I said E word.
Electric.
Yeah.
E word.
Electric.
Not the other one that you would play a music bed for. Not energy. I didn't say it. That's what I was trying to do.
But you didn't say it.
I didn't say it,
Oh.
hypothetically. So, by the way, if something's not hypothetical, does that just make it pathetical? Is there a pathetical? I don't know. So, these are called progressives. So, basically, I can see you. Shut up, Chris. Why are you laughing?
Because you pointed at yourself and you said, these are called progressives.
So, very sensitive to when I wear glasses. So, looking at you, I can see you great. I can see Chris, unfortunately, really well. Okay? But old glasses, I would look down, or I would not be able to see this, like my sheet. But up here, there's no prescription. So, right now, okay, perfect. So the idea is I should be able to see you guys okay, and then look down. Yeah, and I can see. So I could wear these all the time. But also they make me incredibly dizzy. So I don't know if I'm doing it right.
It's when you get glasses and you start wearing them regularly, you have to just kind of get used to it.
Is that what it is? Because I mean, man, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it almost makes me nauseous if I wear it. Like driving in was great, but then once I'm doing different seeing things, it's bleh. I don't want to barf on you. I mean,
I don't want you to do that either.
Hypothetically.
How was your day?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I because we're doing so much food, and again, I love this. Did
you take Chris? I don't think you took Chris's soup home, did you?
No, I totally spaced. Is it still here?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Because I was
really good.
Very angry at that I didn't have.
Because Chris said it was in the fridge. I actually left last night after the game, and they go, "Oh wait!" And I walked back in, and I saw there were 2 there. I go, "Oh, Dave forgot his."
I did.
I
was very angry. I was thinking about that soup when I got home, and it actually helped motivate me because it was either going to be and this for the guy yesterday who was texting, gets very angry at our food conversation. There was one guy. Everybody else is like, you guys should do a podcast on food, whatever. This guy was like, no, sports.
Where's the food, dude?
He was like, sports only, dude. So
That's us. Chili?
Yeah. So it was chili. Good memory. So I did chili last night, and I was going to bring.
I can tell.
Can you? So not yet.
Stinky.
No, not yet. It's coming though. So, as a matter of fact, I woke up. My dog woke me up. Gus woke me up barking for no reason whatsoever. But what that tells me is, I bet you I know exactly what happened. Is in the middle of the night, I probably beefed one, which woke him up, and he started barking at it, and then that woke me up, and I was wondering why. That has happened before. According to my wife, she's witnessed that before, where I'll be sleeping with Gus, and then Gus wakes up and starts barking at it, and then that wakes me up, and it's this whole chain of events.
I mean, I'd be screaming too if that's how I woke up.
Well, but that's the thing; it startled him. He did not know.
It's jarring.
Well, I mean, I guess he had no idea. So I'm sitting there and. Wait for it.
It's the dog.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. What's he barking at? I don't know. He's very right. He's very angry.
At the beginning, I thought you were playing what made him start barking.
No, that would be weird sounding. So I made chili last night. I was going to bring some in today, but then I had in my mind, I remembered you saying you were going to bring in something, and it was this.
Yeah, I'd already made the snack mix, but I forgot to bring it yesterday. You brought in your puppy chow and your oat balls, and Chris brought in soup.
Yeah.
Every time. So my mother-in-law had gone back to New Orleans. I make this like for a bunch of the people back there, and I'm like, I got a bag for Chris and a bag for Dave.
That's so awesome.
You could mix that in there.
And get them all there.
No, I could, but basically, this is funny. I was wondering how this would go. So this puppy chow has been hammered. Like this
looks really small now
because it's almost all powdered sugar now. That's why it's been hammered, and then the rest is just the leave-ins. No one's gonna. No one's eating that.
Are you kidding me?
You think so?
Yes.
Ew.
No, I'm not kidding you. Leave it in there.
You think so,
Kyle?
Okay. It's basically straight sugar now.
You could have left it in the garbage. I think Kyle would have.
Kyle came in here yesterday during the Kings game. I had some, and then he was.
Oh, okay.
He was. He spent 3 in the key.
Well, then basically Kyle's going to look like what's his face from Airplane snorting glue tomorrow. Today at some point if he eats this, because it is all powder.
He's going to look like Scarface at the end of the movie.
100%, just with puppy chow all over his face. That's weird out of context. So yeah, I made chili last night. It was a problematic chili. It was. I'm not gonna lie. Grade of the chili, flavor A plus. Perfect flavor. Hit all the right notes, including a pinch of this chipotle chili powder that I have, and just the right amount to where it wasn't too spicy.
Sounds like there's a problem.
There is a problem, and I don't. This is so weird. I don't understand it. It really flummoxed me. I couldn't get it as thick as I wanted it to.
Watery.
And I used.
Didn't you used to have an advertiser for that?
I did, as a matter of fact. Yes, my chili lacked girth. Now, I don't need...
Where's Dr. Jack?
I don't need to have the Denison's deal, like where your spoon stands up in the chili, but I like it...
But you don't want it to be watery.
No, I want it to be thicker than a Snicker. And my trick is I make a cornstarch slurry and mix it in to thicken it up. And, dude, I had to stop because I did it twice, and then it got a little thicker, but not as thick as I wanted. So I'm very curious today when I warm it up.
After it's been in the
I
fridge?
think so. I think I'll bring some in tomorrow, and it will be a lot better than if I brought it in today. And we did corn muffins, and I have
Cornbread or corn muffins and chili.
100%. The only problem is that here's
Honey butter?
No, just butter. But we do have honey. But you're right, honey butter is better. Here's the problem with corn muffins, okay? So when we make a soup, we'll generally, if we don't already have them, we'll have paper bowls because it's just better for not the environment, which we don't care about, but it's less dishes. It's just less dishes.
Yeah, it's about you guys.
It is about us because especially with like a chili or a potato-based soup, like those bowls can get it's just easier. Because we know there's going to be a lot of soup-ette over the next few days. The problem is that we'll do like a bowl, and then we'll put it on. We have this little plate that fits it. I have to end up using like a full-size dinner plate because then where do you put the muffins? And I don't like breaking the muffin up in the chili. I like to eat the muffin aside. I don't want soggy muffin. Some people will crumble their muffin, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's like oyster crackers and I understand.
Yeah, if they
that.
crumble over,
Yeah.
I'll probably eat it separately, but if it crumbles
in,
in,
no problem.
That's great.
But then you can't butter your muffin. You can, I guess, but if you butter your muffin and then put it in the chili, then now you just have butter muffin chili.
That's okay.
It's fine, but I would prefer separate muffin with butter or margarine.
I know you said this before. You're not a fan of corn chips, like Fritos.
No.
But how about a tortilla chip in there?
Yes. And to be honest with you,
on a bed of it?
I think the best use, like if you told me I have to have corn chips, like Dave, you have to eat corn chips, then I would say chili's the best use for it. I fully admit
Just that little crunch in there is nice.
Exactly. Yes, it's a texture thing. It's 100%. And then we didn't have anything for dessert. And I'm trying to see what I am having for dessert. A shredded wheat. Garbage. That's all we had. It's the only cereal we had.
Chili.
Yeah. No, I didn't put it in the chili.
That was your dessert?
We didn't have.
You had all this puppy chow here.
I know.
Should have brought home.
I should have. I didn't. The only other option was I have emergency desserts. Like when I don't have one, I have a sweet tooth. But we didn't have. We usually have like chocolate almond milk, and I'll have that with like a scoop of peanut butter.
Okay.
We did not have that yesterday, so I was really up against it. We didn't have ice cream. We didn't have any cookies. We didn't have anything.
You didn't have your can of whipped cream?
Gone. I have anything. I actually literally thought because I have a carton of heavy whipping cream. I'm like, well, I could make. But come on, how fat is that? I'm just going to make some whipped cream from scratch so I could eat it like ice cream. Although I do wonder, I was thinking about this last night. I do wonder, okay, so hypothetically, if you made whipped cream and let's say you flavored it with some sort of chocolate or something, right? You sweetened it. And then you put it in ice cube trays and then put toothpicks in there like you would with Kool-Aid and popsicles. Would it be like a creamsicle after it was frozen?
I don't know.
You know?
It might be.
I was thinking about it.
Might be trying that next.
Oh. So you had a good evening, huh?
I did.
I was talking with my child last night.
Which one?
Male child.
Ah.
By the way, shout out to John McCafferty. I like how
John.
I like how the chatters actually police this now. Like he's like, "Hey, is this a sports show or what?" And everyone's like, "Dude, are you new to the show?" It is.
It is.
Not in the first, few minutes. My YouTube what? Oh, sorry. Thank you. All right, we're good now. Sorry, I had the
John was asking if this is a sports show?
John McCafferty, 28.
John.
Hey, John. Hey, welcome.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes.
Oh, that's what I wanted to get to. Okay. We got our first scorings out for this contest that we're in. Okay. And there's different yes, Jason. That's exact. Your face right there was my heart last night when I read these emails.
I know. Without even talking to you.
Mm-hmm. Dude, listen. Okay.
I even called Chris with a prep warning.
A prep warning?
He was like,
Have you seen the email?
Have you seen this?
He said no.
Be prepared.
I said be prepared.
So there's
Is that fair, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's this contest that's going on right now, and I think it's the second contest our boss has run.
Yeah.
And the first one we annihilated.
It wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even a great contest. So naturally, when there's something like that happens, you have to try to even the playing field for the others so they have a chance, which is what's kind of happened here. So that was a shot. That wasn't fair. That's me being bitter. Okay. So there are multiple categories in this contest, right? And one of them is taking breaks on time, which I believe is, and Chris, correct me if I'm wrong on these. I want to kind of use this as a test to make sure I understand the explanation. So the golden clock is what it's being called. That's breaking on time. Okay.
You said clock?
Clock.
Okay.
The golden clock. Week 1 update. After 1 week, which is bare naked ladies would say, it's been 1 week. You can get 120 possible points. Alan, it says midday show. I'm just going to refer to it as Alan. Alan is in first place with 120 points.
So perfect score.
Which means that Alan has broke on time perfectly. Every time.
Never missed.
Hey, do we need that?
No, that's for Alan.
Is it
It's
going
already
right
happened.
now?
December 5th.
It already happened?
Huh?
Yeah.
He's done with this, right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. I'm trying to do a visual, and I'm trying to come up with
Karnak?
No. So Alan has 120 out of 120 possible points, which means by definition he's broken on time perfectly. Okay. I don't have a flag. I was going to use it now. I'm throwing a flag on that one.
Why?
Have we double checked? Because I think Kyle might be mixing the book. Like I know Chris will be.
No, he's using the log.
He's using the log.
Yeah.
Jose is going back.
Jose? He's not Brazilian.
I thought I said Jose. Did I say Jose? He's going back and he looked at every break from Alan's show last week.
Yeah.
Long-eared dog raising eyebrows.
I mean, it's easy to do.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So Alan's in first with 120 possible points. We're in second at 88. That's a large deficit. We're 32 games behind after 1 week. Like, how do you, if he's breaking perfectly and
this is what I was afraid of.
32 back, we've already lost.
See, he's going to go into tank mode now.
I'm not there yet, but I will say the draft matters. Lottery position matters. Let's go into the next category. This is based on us encouraging us to talk about like our hard hitting, like Kings, Niners, stuff like that. Okay. This is the one I was most worried about because, for example, Chile is probably, I don't know what the researchers have done, but Chile probably not in the top 4. Middays, out of a possible 160, they have 165 points.
Wait, what? Extra credit?
In bonus, in parentheses after it says bonus for teas delivered, which I'm a little confused about. Does that mean he delivered on a tease?
Yes, I'm guessing.
So if we delivered on 0 teases?
I don't know.
No, but you're here.
Yeah.
I feel like we've delivered on, and by the way, you have to deliver in the first minute. I'm not saying that's my strength. I'm saying, have we literally not delivered on a single tease? We're in last. Allen has 165. Whitey has 160. We have 151. We're 14 behind Allen in that one. And the final one, I don't really know what this is.
Makes sense.
I don't understand what it is, but I think.
Hey, Jason, remember when Dave called Jose to get exactly
I heard
what
about
everything?
This. Yeah,
I
heard about.
But I didn't understand it when he told me. Like I was listening. I called him. I was engaged. I wasn't ignoring what he said.
Recap the call.
The whole call?
I don't know.
Well, I asked
points.
him about all the points, and then
And what did you understand them to be?
I understood that golden clock was breaking on time. I understood that whatever I just said, that other category, that was delivering the teases.
Okay.
And speaking about the things that are the important topics. Digital Dynamo. I think Digital Dynamo is like how many hits we get on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Sparkplug. Isn't that the one where it's like a new segment or something? Or like an interview?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do we get credit for Stuart Scott guy yesterday?
Andre Gaines?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That wasn't. This was for last week.
No. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He's
like
staying for this week.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in first place for most engaged. Midday gets the most viewed. What the hell does that mean?
Of their YouTube, Instagram, those types of videos, they're getting the most views.
The shorts, maybe.
Why is it when I look at our YouTube numbers, we double the rest of the station?
What are our shorts doing compared to?
Oh, this is not on like the show. It's on the shorts.
It's all
Probably
the views. It's all of our views on digital.
So they add like the views for the 4-hour show plus our shorts plus our whatever. Like that's all added
And our long
together.
pants.
I like it. All right.
Well, isn't there a virtue in being one of the worst? So then you get higher.
Risings.
Yeah.
You learn more from losses than you do from wins.
Yeah. No, you're right. I'm conflicted.
How so?
I don't want to say. I don't want to say because there's no way I can say it without sounding. There's no way for me to communicate. If you want to just talk you and I on the air and no one else is listening, we'll pretend we can. But I just
that doesn't sound right.
Nah, it doesn't. I feel like it's going to come off wrong. Like I'm conflicted because the formatics I understand. There's no drawback to. There is no drawback to breaking on time. There are actual mathematics, as you've told me many times as well, that we benefit from if we hit our breaks on time. The way the clocks are. By the way, everybody, this is inside baseball. The way we hit the clocks, we hit our breaks, it helps with ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Teasing and paying off teases is ideally it's keeping people over the break through the commercials, and then they want to hear what, like, oh, you said, when we come back, why is, like today, I have a really good tease, for example, for 3 for Madness, okay? I thought about this in advance, okay? Why the Colts are looking at a grandpa to help save their season. I feel like that's a really good tease.
Who's the grandpa?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, that gets paid off in 3 for Madness. No arguments there. It's the other, and new guests, stuff like we did yesterday with Mr. Gaines and all that. Awesome, right? The one that I worry about is the one that sort of goes to direct what our content is. Because why would we want to mess with our content?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's a fair question.
Yeah.
Why would we want to mess with our content when overall what really matters is, like we talked about yesterday, well, how's the show doing? Well, the show's doing fantastic.
Tony and Jackie Aprile knocked over your...
What?
That's something I was recording from Rewind.
Was that that was not English, correct? That sounded like an Eastern European language. Off the 1 second I heard.
It was an accented person.
They were speaking English?
Yes.
Man, am I
didn't
not
hear
awake. Wow. So, that's the part I worry about, Jason. Like, well, I don't want to mess with our content.
Yeah.
See, Chris said we got to go. So hopefully we get some points for this. We'll take a break. When we come back, it looked really bad. And then it looked really good. And then it was really bad. The Kings lose to Indy to end this road trip. They are back safe and sound as we speak right now in the Big Tomato. We'll talk about that. We got audio for you. And the rest of the program next.
Let's do it.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown!
49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla and Speed Best Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This Sponsor the Clock is brought to you by Light the World Giving Machine.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
There's Doggett. Jason makes the best snack mix, dude. I would buy this. I would absolutely buy your snack mix. I'm not joking. I legit, if I saw like Ross's snack mix at AM/PM,
you're in.
I mean, as long as the price is, not exorbitant.
You know what the best part of it is?
Are you going to give a serious answer? Okay, so you're talking about this specific ingredient?
What's specific about his that is different from all others?
I will say I told him during the break that there's a lot of salty in there, but he's got like a couple of caramel corns, like a peanut M&M. Like there's just enough sweet to where it kind of winks at you. Like, hey, a little bit of sweet.
Remember
here.
me?
But not overbearing. It says it's not so sweet it wants to get married. It just wants drinks after work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best part, no raisins.
Oh, gosh,
well,
no.
Yeah.
Except for your bag, Chris.
What is it you call What is it you call the big are we allowed to say that on the I don't even, what is it you call the big chunk of raisins in the trail mix?
Oh, and yours?
Yeah.
Wait, can I say the word? Tyrannosaurus Rex turds.
Yeah. T-Rex turds.
They're huge.
They are.
No, I'm laughing at you having trouble with that.
Yeah, it's early.
Well, early on in the ball game yesterday, the Sacramento Kings were
sports games.
They were leading. By the way, that's that's paying off. I teased and I paid off the tease.
Ring the bell. Keep track. Your own scoring system.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't know if Chris is going to tease and pay off right there.
Well, all I'm in charge of is the break times.
Oh, I thought he checked the log.
He does.
So what are you in charge of? If he's already doing the break times, what are you doing?
We're supposed to give him the times, but then he double checks the times.
So then is he going back and listening to every segment?
No, he's just going on Zeta and seeing what time.
No, I mean like for teas.
Oh, I don't know.
Want to recount?
Just saying. Just saying. Anyways. I really need to get this out of my head because it will. The entire show will end up being about this contest, and that's not going to be great for anybody. Yeah, it was the Kings were, I think, fair to say, Jason, they were getting blown out by a Pacers team that has not fared that well this season.
Surprisingly to me, I know they don't have Halliburton, but I mean, they didn't have Halliburton in Game 7 of the finals, basically nearly won.
Yeah, I
expected a drop-off, not a fall off a cliff.
How much of
and Miles Turner.
I was just going to say, like, how – because my initial question was going to be, man, does that, like, hammer home – maybe not does it hammer home that Tyrese Halliburton is the MVP, but does that hammer home that, like, he's an MVP candidate? But then Miles Turner, like, I don't know how much.
It's like all the puzzle pieces.
Right. I mean, that's 40% of their starting lineup. And when they start Jay Huff, no offense to him, he's just not Miles Turner. So they had not enjoyed. They were 5-18 going into the game. But they've won 2 in a row. Yeah. They beat the floundering Bulls.
Yeah. I think 2 of their wins are against the Bulls.
Sounds about right. And here we are with the Kings, who, reminder, last year they were 40-42. That's what they finished the season at. They are now currently 6-18. I was going to say
a 3-way tie for the 3rd worst record.
Yeah. It's the Clippers have lost a couple in a row. The Pacers have now won 2 in a row, which has brought them up. And then the Kings, who I thought, spoiler alert, were going to win 2 in a row yesterday. They now finish out the road trip. They are 6-18. They have lost 5 of 6. And funny enough, the win came against the Heat. You look at this, and that's why it's impossible to predict this team.
Yeah.
They have 16 losses, and they have 6 wins. Right? Yeah. At Heat, home
18 losses.
What I say? Okay, that's why I stopped.
18, yeah.
At Heat, home Timberwolves, at Nuggets, home Warriors, at Bucks. The only team I think they've beaten under 500 is Utah.
Right.
What the hell? Now, granted, they haven't played a lot of under 500 teams. I understand that. But they've played some.
Enough, yeah. Enough to where you'd say, all right, this should be a chance. And they had their chances yesterday. And actually, after a terrible start, I did think they were going to win.
I did too.
After they coming back from 19.
When they took that lead, they outscored Indiana 37-26 in the 3rd. They were down, 15 at the half. They outscored them 37-26. They took the lead in the fourth quarter. And honestly, I don't have the numbers, but whatever run Indiana finished on.
It was 19-4.
Was it 19-4?
Yeah, but it was up 4, then like an 11-0 run happened so fast.
Yeah.
And then they were down 7. You're like, wait, what has happened here? From the 6-minute mark to about the 4-minute mark, the game just completely changed.
16 points in 38 minutes for Zach LaVine.
Just give him the ball.
I mean, I will. At least he took 13 shots.
That's better. I'll take that. I would like a little more, but I'll take that. That's acceptable.
You had 32 shots combined between Westbrook and DeRozan, but in Westbrook's case,
he was hot.
How do you like, people say that, and I understand Westbrook's not a rookie, and I understand we're not developing Russell Westbrook. But in 40 minutes, he had 24 points on 10 of 16 shooting and 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. So he's basically shooting, like 75% from the field, and what the hell would that be? 65% from beyond the arc? I'll take those splits.
Absolutely.
If he did that all year, it would probably be a record.
Yeah.
Then he gets 14 assists. 14 of the team's 28 assists come from Russell Westbrook. Literally exactly half. And 12 rebounds to go with 2 steals and a block. And to be honest, he had 3 turnovers. That's not a lot when you consider how much the ball was in his hands. So I'm not faulting Russell Westbrook for going out and putting up phenomenal numbers.
Yeah.
I will say, however, that I think he might be injured as part of the problem, but Keegan Murray seems to be this like untouchable guy that we can't, because he didn't get in an argument with a fan or something. But Keegan Murray was poopy last night. And by the way, it might be that he had a subluxation, whatever the hell going on that he had. And so I get it, but it's not like we haven't also had stretches where Keegan gets super hot and super cold either. And it does get a little frustrating. 11 rebounds for him, though, at least. Max Reynaud started again, Jason, 23 minutes. And he had 13 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. And by the way, it's not just that. When you watch him, like, he's already got just some great NBA moves. He's not getting garbage points. Some of these moves, his little Euro steps, his pauses, his timing. Like, I don't want to be like Max Reynaud for MVP in 2 years, but he's going to have a good NBA career.
Looks like it.
And that's super exciting considering he was a second-round pick.
Yeah.
And then Keon Ellis came in early, but then just 15 minutes for him. I got to be honest, man. I mean, defensively, Keon does what Keon does, but it's another game where he got 3 points in 15 minutes.
Yeah, and Doug went, was trying to find the hot hand. I mean, obviously, Russ was killing. Russ played a ton of minutes, but Malik didn't play in the second half.
Yeah.
But Malik's first run was not very good.
What you're saying, 0 of 5 for 0 points?
A couple turnovers.
Turnovers is not good.
Yeah.
Precious Achiuwa off the bench. You know what? He's been a good pickup for this team.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to acknowledge that. 11 points. He had 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks in 21 minutes. It's quality minutes. So you look at guys like Russell Westbrook and Precious Achiuwa, who were not on this team. Russ wasn't at training camp. Yeah, they were not on this team at training camp, and they have honestly become 2 of the bright spots on this team. Are we still on the same page? That Russell Westbrook's been the biggest bright spot probably on this team.
Both, yeah, I would say between both those two, and then you also think like for what they're being paid, what the expectations are. I think those two have kind of surpassed that. You want more of those type of things where, there's a list of other players you're going, man, they're not hitting what you would have for expectations.
No, well, like to spell it out, if you, I don't know how you would rate this, whether it's per point or per whatever, but you have $100 million on your payroll that has effectively been incredibly inconsistent at best in DeRozan and LaVine and Sabonis.
Yeah.
You're getting a ton for the money out of what your 3 biggest values are Westbrook, Achiuwa, and probably Max Reynaud.
Yeah. And I would say of the $100 million part, it's DeRozan's probably been the best.
Yeah.
And he's the least expensive, though he's making a lot of money.
He is, and I agree with you. He's been the most consistent.
Like, he looks the same to me. Like, I mean, I think pretty much every night, I mean, yeah, there's going to be some games like, DeMar was a bit off. But for the most part, I think he's fairly consistent.
I do. No, he is. He's very much consistent. I'm pausing because I think was it Pat George that? No, it was Alan. Alan picked up on this yesterday, and he's right. DeMar is kind of a black hole sometimes with the ball, and there was a thing where Keegan was at the top of the key, and DeMar was just kind of playing with his food, as Mark Jones would say, and then finally passed it late in the clock. He is kind of a ball movement stopper, and I wish that would get a little bit better, but that's his game.
Yeah,
that's his game. We'll take a break. More audio. Well, I guess initial audio later. We just talked about the game. When we come back, a little NFL, though. The Chargers win in overtime, and there's more to that story as well. We've got audio, and we'll take an early look at the NFL next.
A Sacramento tradition continues this year. The Santa Parade. Free for all to enjoy, circling Capitol Park beginning at 10 a.m. December 13th, the joy of the holiday season. Santa Claus is coming to Sacramento with the 41st Santa Parade. Join Sactown Sports 1140 December 13th beginning at 10 a.m.
Brought to you in part by Elk Grove Chevrolet, Western Health Advantage, and OK Tire and Automotive.
The Sactown Sports 49ers report is being brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. San Francisco improves to 9-4 with a road win in Cleveland, 26-8. Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy both rushed for touchdowns in the victory. The defense was stellar, forcing 2 fumbles and holding Shadur Sanders to just 115 yards passing. Next up for San Francisco is Tennessee. You can catch all the action on Sunday, beginning at noon, right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours. Even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Fakes the give. He runs left. He's got a nose for the goal line, and he's in for a 49ers touchdown. Reed opted in a celebration for the quarterback, Brock Purdy. The toe looks just fine on a 2-yard scamper, and the Niners lead 16-8. Purdy looks left, throws left, and a head-high catch made at the V in Cleveland by Jawan Jennings for a 49ers touchdown.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners! Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Somebody's in the chat who's a Pacer fan bragging about the Pacers.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, are they being a D-bag or no? The only thing he took exception was us saying we were shocked to see the Pacers not playing well this season. I think what we said was, we're shocked to see them playing this poorly.
Yeah.
We understand that Turner's gone and Halliburton's out and they've had other injuries.
Like what's
I didn't expect
how about
them,
Boston?
Right,
What's their record?
Right. Boston, actually, I was looking at them last
They're
night.
not
They've
killing
won
it, but they've gotten better.
They have gotten better. They started out poorly, which I think everybody understood. They're now third in the East, 15-9.
Right.
Jason Tatum's out.
Yeah, and they've traded Porzingis
Yeah.
and Holiday. Like, I think there's some comps there.
We are, I think, both. The shocked part is that the Pacers are this bad.
6-18.
Nobody expected them to be even 18-6. I don't think. But
could they be 12-12?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. 500 is what I would have expected. I expect them to just be like, but
they're well coached. They still have a lot of the same good players.
Absolutely, and I think older fans will look. The way I look at this Pacers season a little bit is this the David Robinson playbook? You know, we saw that with the Spurs back in the day, where they got Robinson, then he was out for a year, and they were incredibly bad, but they weren't for reals bad. They were injury bad. They ended up getting the number 1 pick, and then they get Duncan and Robinson for the next 10 years.
Not Duncan Robinson.
Not Duncan Robinson.
Yeah.
Robinson Duncan. Would Robinson Duncan? You'd have been good.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you my, this is my fun thing.
Robinson was dunking like all the time when he was in the league.
All the time he was. This is, God, that's still so weird that like the number 1 pick in the draft, and this is, I wouldn't say David Robinson was a Wembanyama type number 1, but pretty damn close.
He was pretty special.
Very, I mean, hype-wise and all.
Yeah.
Very hyped.
And somehow underrated in his career.
Thank you. You're 100,000% correct. But, like, how crazy, what would Twitter and everything else do today? It was like, Victor Wembanyama was picked number 1 in the draft, but you're going to need to wait a year because he has to serve out his naval commitment.
Yeah, was it a year or 2 even?
I think it might have been 2. Yeah. 2 years to go serve in the Navy. You're the number 1. Talk about yesterday when we were saying sitting out bowl games.
Right.
This fool was in the military. I say fool, I mean that with respect. I'm saying this dude was in the military.
With respect.
Yeah, with respect for serving his country. Like that's super duper, super honorable. And another underrated thing about David Robinson, he was the number 1 pick in the draft. And he served 2 years after the number 1 pick in the military. That's not Ted Williams like leaving baseball to go like fly around and fly around. I'm not doing great here. To go serve in the military. What was it? The Korean War?
Are you going to hit or are you going to fly around?
World War II and the Korean War.
Thank you. Like
he was just flying around.
To me, Ted Williams doing all of that is the most badass thing in the history of sports.
Yeah.
Like you're at the top of your game in baseball. You're you're arguably the greatest hitter of all time. You're like, I'm going to take a break and go fly planes and shoot people down, and then I'll be back.
He was more of a trainer in during World War II.
Oh, I thought he was in planes and stuff. Like I thought
that was Korea.
Okay. Okay.
Well, know your history.
Did you just wad me on the wars?
Talk about Ted Williams, my favorite athlete.
Wad war. Wad. Chris wore wad.
That's like one of the most badass things ever, dude. Teddy Ballgame was the man. So, anyways, here's my stat.
That's the nice.
You're such an idiot, dude. That also was a weird story, dude. Remember after Ted Williams died and the whole like cryotherapy thing, and they're like, wasn't his head somewhere or something? That was a whole thing. It's like, dude, can you guys respect the man, please?
Yeah, respect.
Anyways, I have a list here. You may have seen this before because I've seen this stat before. I have this list of most receiving yards after the age of 40. Okay. The list, I have the top 6. Number 6. These are yards caught after 40. Aaron Rodgers, -9 yards.
Tom Brady.
Number 5. Brett Favre, -2 yards. Every single other person ever, not that aren't these people that have played over 40, 0 yards. Never.
And what do you mean by these people?
Those people, the over 40. Mercedes Lewis, 2 yards. Nice. Tom Brady, second, 6 yards. Anyone want to take a crack at number 1?
Jerry
Rice.
Jones didn't even play.
No, Rice.
Oh.
Want to take it?
1,800.
No, it's going to be something stupid.
2,509 yards.
Stupid.
First place, receiving yards over the age of 40, Jerry Rice, 2,509 yards. Second place, Tom Brady, 6 yards.
That list isn't done. Phillip Rivers, baby.
That's coming
With
up.
how much offense has changed in the NFL, and Jerry Rice still is above and beyond everybody, is crazy.
And here's where the old head comes in, but it's just an abject fact. The fact that they played such more hardcore defense and got away with so much more. And you could hit defenseless receivers. You had Tom Jackson's jacked up on SportsCenter that celebrated these. It was one of my favorite segments as a kid, watching these guys. I mean, they're literally.
Hey, watch this concussion.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey, don't mind the brain fluid on the 40. That was a great play.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it was. So for Jerry Rice to be able to do what he did for as long as he did for. That's why when someone's like, well, who's the greatest? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is an argument at greatest receiver. No, there's not. There is no legitimate argument against Jerry Rice, in my opinion.
Can I make the case for J.J. Stokes?
He's been spit on more than Jerry Rice. Did you get him?
I guess.
You got him. No, I think you did get him. Last night, I'll tell you who got the Eagles. And in a play, I don't know if this is a record or not, but I've never seen a quarterback turn the ball over twice in one play.
I liked it.
And I were you playing against somebody that was starting him?
Not him.
Because the official fantasy ruling was if it's usually -2 points for a turnover, that's -4 points.
I had the Chargers defense, so it got like a quick +4.
So you got
like,
yes.
How?
Oh, man,
take it.
That's how. That's a little janky. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
That second one, like he had the ball for like a half second. They called it a whatever. 4 turnovers in the game for him, including the
last pick.
Did you, by the way, maybe other than that, my second favorite part of the game, what's his face on the Chargers picked the ball, right? Did you happen to notice his teammate tackle him?
Oh, at the very end?
At the very end.
Yeah.
That was so great.
Yeah.
Like, dude was starting to run the ball back. His own teammates, like, nope, tackles him to the ground. I get it. Like, you're in the moment. You intercepted the ball. Your instinct is you want to run it back for a game. I understand that. But his teammate was 100. And I'm sure the guy probably would have figured it out. But who knows? Yeah. We just saw an interception and a fumble. Or recovering a fumble. He's like, get down, game is over. Good for them because the Chargers, I think, had to have that.
Yeah. Did you happen to see any of it on ESPN2, which was the Monsters?
No, I didn't. How'd that go?
It was fun. It's fun.
That's interesting in the standings because the poor Chargers, like they finally beat the Chiefs. They're ahead of the Chiefs.
It will not be the Chiefs this year.
It will not be the Chiefs this year. They are mathematically eliminated from winning the AFC West, but the Chargers are still 2 games behind the Broncos. What is interesting for the Chargers is they had the Eagles, right? They beat the Eagles. They now go at the Chiefs, which again, that's still, you're in Arrowhead. It's wintertime. It's still not going to be easy. At Chiefs, at Cowboys, home Texans, at Broncos.
Wow.
That is bananas.
Yeah, and I know they gave him credit during the game, but Herbert had surgery on Monday.
Did you see him brace his fall with his broken hand?
And how many times he was running, and he got sacked, 6 or 7 times? I know we'll talk to hopefully Sean later, but just – and we talk about guys playing injured, but he had surgery this week or last week.
And he's back. I like have a little like my wrist hurts right now for some reason. I don't know what. Probably slept on it wrong. I'm like, I don't know if I can do anything today.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Eagles, they play the Raiders, the Commanders twice, and the Bills.
Okay.
Other than the Bills,
They're
it's about as easy a finish as you could possibly have. So if anyone could afford to lose yesterday, it probably was the Eagles. We'll take a break. When we come back, Notre Dame's athletic director said what? Takeaways from last night's Kings loss. And the Colts, they're so desperate, they're looking at a grandpa. What? What does that even mean? We'll tell you when we pay that tease off rather early and get points for it next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heating and Air. They're now upgrading what they do to include plumbing. They're bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. So they're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them all the time as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement. And now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free and give you that second opinion. And right now, they got a free furnace special with a full system installation up to $2,500 in rebates. All for a company that's been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ Better Business Bureau. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now. Thunder. Feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Get auto care that values your time at OK Tire and Automotive Tire Pros, Sacramento's family-owned shop since 1965. Need new tires? Enjoy free vehicle pickup, delivery, and a courtesy shuttle. Every 5th oil change is free. From star smog checks to key fobs, our ASE certified team handles it all. With over 870 5-star reviews, you're in good hands. Call today. Our advisors are here Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Hey, HD WOKK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Matt Barrows, who we missed yesterday, will be on with us at 9 a.m. today, and we may have Sean Salisbury on. In fact, I should text him. I know it's been...
Let's kick it.
It's been.
Yeah, it's been a little rough for him, time-wise. But yeah. Hopefully we'll get him this week. In the meantime, 3 for Madness. Question 1.
Notre Dame AD Pete Bavacqua says that if they finish in the top 12 next year, they're assured a playoff berth. Is this okay?
No. What the hell?
What the hell?
What in the HE double hockey sticks is that?
How can they assure that?
Yeah, and why? Like, there's, dude, I respect Notre Dame. I think college football is better. I admit when they are relevant. I think much like Green Bay, they are the epitome of football. You know, South Bend, Indiana, all that stuff. You know, touchdown Jesus, bloody blue. Rudy. I acknowledge the history and the story, just like I would with the Bears or the Packers or whoever. They're not doing themselves any favors, man. They just aren't. Like, I think entitlement is dumb. Do I think they would paste James Madison and Tulane? Probably. Do I think that them starting 0-2 and then winning the rest of their games by double digits or more? Yeah, that's very impressive. But also I can look at Notre Dame and I can say, guys, a big reason why you don't join, they are in the ACC. For every single sport, with the exception of football.
Yeah.
And a big reason why that is the case is so they can pick their own schedule.
Right.
Which they do. They pick their own schedule every year as the lone major independent out there. So they lost to number 10 Miami. They lost to number 16 A&M. Here's their big wins. Home by 10 over number 20 USC. Home against Pitt, 37-15, number 22. They didn't even play another unranked team, so they were 2-2 against ranked teams. And, yeah, they lost by 3 at Miami and by 1 at Texas A&M. That's why they have a legitimate argument. But for them to be like, me, and then we talked about that yesterday. Then on top of that, like, oh, well, if we're in the top 12, we're guaranteed a spot. Well, is Miami, is Florida State, is UCLA, is USC?
Right. Well, and my pushback would be, do you know where you finished in this year's rankings? 11th.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying. Like, they obviously went and bitched about that, and they're like, we want to ratify that. If this happens again next year, we need to be guaranteed. Well, how about?
Because where was James Madison? Let me see if I can find this. James Madison finished, or Tulane was 20th, and James Madison was 24th.
Right.
So, no, if you have a similar situation to next year and you finish around 11th or 12th, and you have some other schools outside the top, the rankings are relevant, but they're irrelevant too at the same time. Like, they're not the sole criteria of who's getting in.
That's right.
So, no, I don't think that's right at all.
It's just not doing them favors, dude. It's not doing them favors. They sound whiny and whatever. And then they're all pissed at the ACC because the ACC was pushing Miami. It's like, dude, they're like a legit ACC. You don't play in the ACC in football. You're not. You want to be mad? Be a member of the ACC. As Pete Bavacqua, their AD, was like, it's not. I'm not going to say our relationship is irreparable, but it bad taste in our mouth that they were, putting out graphics of Miami versus us and pushing Miami when we're in their conference. When we're in their conference. No, you're not. You're in their conference for other sports. Mm-hmm. If you were in their conference for football and they did that, you have a 100% legitimate point. You're choosing to not be in their conference because you're Notre Dame. It's just dumb, dude. They're not. Look, I didn't cry when Florida State missed it as an undefeated. In fact, I supported it because it made freaking sense. I'm not saying Notre Dame shouldn't be upset or they don't have a case, but be classy.
Well, and you can just see where this is going too. Like, we've gotten to 12, which I think is nice. I mean, this is a good number. It's protecting the top 4 that get a bye. There's a little reward there. Your next 8, you're getting some teams that, oh man, they lost 2-3 games maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. 24. Like I think we're going to grow. 16. It's going to get a little bit larger because there's so much money in this.
100%. And the fact that, can we acknowledge something too? Because so often we get so used to narratives, of which in this case there's a reason it's a narrative because it's true. But can I say something and try to duck some arrows? And also, before I say it, I'm adding all this context. This does not mean that I support everything or anything else. Hat tip to the NCAA committee, which we consistently call out for good reason. But how about the committee when Notre Dame has a tremendous – they have a legit argument. Had Notre Dame gotten in, yeah, there would have been James Madison or Tulane or whoever would have bitched and moaned a little bit, but or Miami. But it wouldn't have been like robbery, okay? But I guarantee you this, Jason, had Notre Dame gotten in, radio show after radio show, First Take, Stephen A., God knows whoever, would be screaming to high heaven. The only reason Notre Dame got in is that they are a national draw. They are arguably the biggest college football program in the country when it comes to ratings. They have the deal with NBC. They're the only school to have that, and this was a money thing. And well, that didn't happen. And the committee literally chose Miami, James Madison, and Tulane over Notre freaking Dame. So if we're going to jump on them, can we give them some credit that they didn't bow to Notre Dame? Good for them.
Right.
Encourage it. We should reward that. We should be praising the NCAA, which we do not like to do.
This is one of the sports that this is their criteria for how they build their postseason. Mm-hmm. If we just did this exercise, which we've done before, but if we did this right now in the NFL, where we said, you and I are the committee, we're picking 12 teams.
Yes.
So I'm looking at this, Dave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. So if there's 14 teams that are 8-5 or better. Right now, by looking at that, I'm guessing that you would do this, and I would. Yeah. I would leave the Colts out. Just based on what it's like Florida State's quarterback getting injured. Oh my gosh, they've struggled. Daniel Jones got injured. I'm probably leaving them out.
Let me just clarify on something too. Would you, are we also, I love this exercise you're doing, Jason. Do we agree then? Steelers, Bucks, Cowboys, Ravens, Chiefs. I'm talking about teams that are 7-6 or below your mark. They're out, right? You're not including any of those teams?
I wouldn't, but that's also now taking away. Now we've eliminated divisions, right? Because we're saying Pittsburgh would be in today. Tampa Bay would be in today because they have a division lead.
Yes.
So are they the equivalent of like a James Madison and Tulane?
I think that's exactly what
And if we did that, then we're taking away 2 more teams from that top 12. But let's say, for example, that we don't. Right. So now are we leaving... If we're taking 8-5,
because you got to pick one more team, right?
Are we taking Houston out? Are we taking Philly out? Are you taking Detroit out? We could take a 9-4 team, and you go, well, I don't really believe in Jacksonville or Chicago. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same premise.
Yeah.
Well, who have they really played? Well, what's their win resume? That's a terrible loss they had.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
It's not perfect. It's really difficult to do this.
That's 100% what it would be. If Texas won 5 in a row, they're super hot right now. Well, this team plays in a crap division. Or
someone might go, hey, look, remember the Niners? Everybody said the easiest schedule in the NFL. They're 9-4. Should they be there?
Yeah, which is strange. I just saw this. Oh my God. Why did I not save it, Jason? I saw this crazy stat that said using DVOA. Here we go. Toughest schedule this year so far by average DVOA of opponent. What does DVOA stand for? It's like derpy virgin something.
That's it.
What is? I used to know it.
Division.
Defense adjusted value over average. It's an advanced football statistic that measures a team's performance relative to the league average, adjusted for the strength of the opponent. Okay, so let's just pretend it's the best measurement ever.
Okay.
Toughest schedule. Number 1, the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
Number 2, the Tennessee Titans. Number 3, the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Number 5, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, the 49ers. The 49ers, according to average DVOA of their opponents, had the 4th toughest schedule. The easiest schedule so far in 2005 or 25. Number 5, the Bears. Number 4, the Bills. Number 3, the Dolphins. Number 2, the Broncos. Number 1, the Patriots.
Wow.
Here's where there's noise in those stats, though, is because when these really good teams play these other teams, it's like It's like why Western Conference teams in the NBA are almost always going to have the toughest remaining schedule because they're playing each other.
OKC will never have the toughest because they don't play them.
That's exactly
also.
right. So there is some noise in those comments. That's a really interesting exercise, Jason, because honestly, and by the way, and let's say, let me find it here. The Rams. Let's say the Rams who are 10. Let's just go with the Patriots. Let's do that. Best record in the league. But like next week, Drake May snaps his leg. Does a committee pull them?
Right.
Because, dude, they have no chance without Drake May, which they probably have no chance without Drake May. That would be a Florida State situation from last year. So you're right. It is goofy, man, which is why we need a 32-team playoff. But then somebody's going to be like,
I'm Team 33.
Yeah, I'm Colgate. I went 11-0. Colgate. Brush your teeth. I don't know. What are they? What is Colgate? The Mariners? Do you know what Colgate is?
Tigers?
The Colgate Tigers.
I don't feel good about that.
What a weird name for a university. You're named after a toothpaste. Colgate University is a private college in Hamilton, New York.
Oh.
Oh?
It's an NFL mascot?
Bengals?
It is an NFL.
Lions?
It's a person. Type of person.
Well,
Viking?
Yeah, type of person. Yeah. You're on the... It was a person.
They have a very
Titan?
similar job as Viking.
That is true. I would say Viking is the closest to what this...
Raider?
The Colgate Raiders? Okay.
All right, at their games, are they going,
Raiders? Well, there's no booger eating Raider fans there because Colgate's basically Ivy. It's like
they're eating Ivy.
They're what would they be eating? They're curfs.
Textbooks.
They're caviar eating. Yeah, exactly.
We're eating knowledge.
Number 2, please.
Question 2.
The Colts will be working out Phillip Rivers, who is 44-year-old grandpa. Are you rooting for this?
I am so rooting for this dude. He hasn't played since 2020. He has 10 kids. I was watching.
Wasn't he on our celebrity birthdays yesterday?
Last
week?
No, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was. He's 44 years old. He's incredibly familiar with the coach's system, Colts, all that. He has a grandson. I was randomly watching a clip with him and John Gruden yesterday. He's got this whole palace in somewhere at Greenbow, Alabama, or what? It's in Alabama. And he was carrying his, I think, 10th kid, and he was talking about how his 10th kid is a year older or less than a year older than his first grandson, which I believe is 23-year-old daughter. It's her child. So he was talking about how someday in about 2 decades, he's hoping that his grandson or his son's going to be throwing touchdown passes to his grandson, right? Which is just bananas that Phillip Rivers has a grandkid.
Yeah.
But I digress. I honestly, if he gets signed with the Colts, and I want to know what your guess would be. If he gets signed with the Colts and he plays at least one snap, is he the first grandpa? Not just to play in the NFL, but is he the first grandpa in major America? Is there a basketball grandpa?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think he's the first.
Oh, really?
I don't know that, but...
Probably like Satchel Paige or something. Wasn't he like 55?
Well, but...
No, I know. Yeah.
There are people that have kids pretty early.
No doubt about it. But, don't you think we would have heard about it? Like, such and such.
How old was Ken Griffey Jr. when he had his first kid?
I don't know. I wonder if...
Brett Favre was a grandpa
in
his career.
Was he in his career?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he
Gordie
was?
Howe.
Oh, you've got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gordie Howe, Brett Favre, Phillip Rivers. So there's actually been a quarterback before.
I mean, Brady could have been. He wasn't.
Could have, yeah. Wait, so Favre did, in fact, have a grandkid when he was under center?
Yes.
Wow. Well, that's
Hey,
pretty
if
awesome.
Bronny got going, LeBron could be.
100%, man. From the 209, poor Mrs. Rivers. 10 kids is a lot, dude. Well, let me be honest. 4 kids is a lot.
Two kids.
Anything over 2. Like, I always felt like 2 kids is the limit. That was the limit for us. 2 kids because, like, obviously 1 kid works too. But my whole thing is like 2 parents, 2 kids. That way, you're in charge of this one. I'm in charge of this one. We go
both
out.
Can forget one.
That's right. Right. Exactly. You get into 3 kids, you're like, okay, well, now you're
outnumbered.
You're outnumbered, and it's an odd number too, so you're going to have the middle child syndrome. All right, then 4 kids. Now you're this side of a Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Now everyone's sharing rooms, and there's whatever.
Clothes and food.
But that's a 6-person family, and you know what? Most tables sit 6, if not 8, so you're fine.
It just puts a lot on the older ones because, like that 23-year-old Phillip Rivers' daughter.
Oh, she was a mom growing up.
Yes, she was taking care of other kids.
Absolutely. But once you, like the family that lives across the street from us, just had their last year, just either had their 10th or 11th kid. Like, they just keep popping them out, man. And and he's a long haul truck driver. He brings his. It's actually cool. The little kid in me comes. I want to be like, he brings this little.
Like we got our 11 kids and Dave out here.
Absolutely, yeah. We're all doing the honk honk thing. And I don't know, what do you call one of them 18-wheeler trucks when they? Is there another term for it when it doesn't have the 18-wheeler attached to it? It's just the little truck driving around, but there's no back on it. Oh. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's no trailer. It's just the trucking part. Yeah, right. Like, the raw dogging truck without the 18-wheeler part, he drives that home and, like, backs it into the driveway, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't blame him because he's on the road a lot. And then he comes home, and it's like, Daddy times 10. Meanwhile, she's at home just
wanting to,
popping kids out like
get in the truck herself and drive away.
And yeah, you got. I see like the older kids dealing with the younger kids, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. I have learned. We've lived there for a long time. I come because we live on a court, and when I come around, you turn left to get into my court, and like I go about 1 mile an hour. The amount of times it's been like dusk. And I come around the corner and like some little 4-year-old's on a trike riding out right in front of me. And I'm thinking, dude, if this is somebody else, like I do not know how one of these kids has not been hit by a car. They're out at all times of the day, night, just triking around or skateboarding or whatever. I digress. My point is with Phillip Rivers, he's different though, because that guy's a multi-basquillionaire. So they probably had like au pairs and nannies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
With that many kids, the older ones tend to start taking care of the younger ones.
I hadn't thought about that, actually. It's a good point. The older ones probably get involved, Jason.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Probably the older ones get involved, too.
My grandma was the second youngest of 15, and it was like the parents were just there. Like, it was her sisters that were, like, getting her ready for school and everything.
I don't know how. And I don't know how I don't know what labor's like. I never will. The closest I've ever come is on a Sunday morning after a weird meal, and I don't enjoy that. I don't know what it's like, but the fact, I'm just going to take women's word for it that it sucks really bad. Like, I've seen a baby pop out twice, my kids. I was right there, man. It was like Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, man. I had one of her feet on my shoulder, and I was pushing her, saying push, and feeding ice chips and all that crap, and I saw things I didn't want to see. I saw things I didn't think were possible. I flinched. I was worried, but I was there, man. And I sat there. I did not know a human body could do that. So I'm just going to, because if I extrapolate what I saw in front of me from that, has never happened to me, but if it did, I'd be doing Lamaze. That's right, exactly. Exactly. But how do you go back for more?
10 times.
I will
9 times
I will
more.
say this again, and I don't care if it's offensive. I think if men had the kids, I think we would have a massive population problem. Because I know for me, I'd be like, I'm good, dude. I'm not doing that. I don't care. I don't want a kid. No way. Or I do it once. Like, it's not that bad. And then I go through. I'm like, I'm
never doing that again.
I'm freaking good, dude. I'm not going through that ever again. So shout out to women, and shout out to Mrs. Phillip Rivers for having freaking 10 kids. And hopefully we see them on the sideline soon for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm all for that. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
What were your big takeaways from last night's Kings loss?
Somebody on the chat line here, Lil SGT8, said that a truck without the trailer is called a bobtail.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. Okay, it's called a big rig with no trailer is called a bobtail. You know, you learn something every day.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. And Chris Guerrero is just saying stupid things on the chat. I'm just going to move on. What were my takeaways? My takeaways were it was the worst of times. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Ultimately, for the big picture, fine with the loss, no problem. I like the way Reynaud looks more and more and more. The more he plays, the more I think he's going to be a solid NBA player. Keegan Murray is either going through another inconsistency issue or he's hurt or both. DeMar DeRozan is who he is, but the sooner he's off this team, the better. No offense, but it's just my turn, your turn basketball. If we were in a situation, Jason, where I thought this team could do anything, one of my big talking points this year would be I really want to see what Zach LaVine could do without DeMar DeRozan. I want to see what this team would look like completely built. And by the way, can I say something? I think the Sacramento Kings could be a playoff team built around Zach LaVine. I really do. I think they would have a hard ceiling on them. But I think if you put the right players around Zach LaVine and you design the offense around Zach LaVine and he was your by far number one usage guy, I look at Zach LaVine's game and I go, okay, if you put the right people around him, you put a couple of shooters, you put some defense around him, and you saw it in Chicago with Lonzo Ball. Like, I think Zach LaVine could be on an above 500 team and be the best player on that team. I just don't think they would have any chance. I think they're a hard capped at maybe the second round of the playoffs, kind of like where we were.
Yeah.
But Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan on the same team, if only we had some sort of evidence that it didn't work before. It just doesn't work, man. It's just your turn, my turn basketball, and everybody else just kind of gets in where they fit in.
Yeah, and the your turn, my turn from last night a little bit was not enough in the sense like Zach went for 42 in Miami, but they also had a lot of help from other people. There was 4 or 5 other guys in double figures. Last night, it was kind of Russ's night with a little sprinkle in of DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
But not enough Zach, not enough Keegan. I still think Achua's done some nice things. Certainly Monk didn't play that well. It just, again, this team margin for error is I mean, they just have to be good on a lot of aspects, and they're not. And they're just not, and they have shown that consistently that they aren't. They can't rely on their defense. Their offense is probably how they have to win games. And their offense was okay. It wasn't special last night. So they didn't play a great team. I thought the game was fine. Like, they had a nice comeback. That was the best part of it. But, boy, the last 6 minutes, they were awful, and they just couldn't close that game out.
And I don't know, if you're Doug Christie, what do you
Yeah, and
where do you go with that?
I just feel like Doug, like a tone difference. Have you noticed that from Doug? Like, I mean, Doug was coming out pretty heated on some of these post games early on, and I know he's a competitor. He wants max effort. He wants, I mean, he said himself, he wants this to be a defensive-oriented team, a rebounding team, and share the ball.
Yes.
They're not a defensive team. They're not that great of a rebounding team. They share the ball some. I mean, I don't look at them like they're not. There's some players that kind of get their offense through less sharing of the ball, but I think they're willing passers.
Yes.
But of the 3 checklists, they're not hitting 2 of them consistently. And so that's probably frustrating for Doug. And there were some games earlier where they're getting blown out, and you could hear it. Like, it's not like Doug's accepting this, but I think he's handling it better, because I thought if Doug's going to be in this kind of a high-strung sense of urgency every post game, and this was
he's not going to survive
9 games in, I'm like, look, just, you know, I don't think we have the expectations that you have of your team.
Right.
And so, like, and hopefully the organization didn't either, like, putting extra pressure on them.
I think ultimately, maybe I'm wrong. I think ultimately it's like marriage, man. Like, early on in my marriage, I used to fight for a lot of things with my wife.
And you pick your battles.
And then I learned that it ain't happening. Ken, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing today this morning?
Good. Listen, Ken, I knew it was you on the line, and you're an incredibly valued caller. I wanted to bring you on the air just to say we're up against the break. We have to break right now, but I respect your time. If you'll hold through the break, we'll bring you on first up when we come back, okay?
Okay, no doubt. I'll be here.
All right, I want to hear what you have to say. All right, so we'll take a break. That's Ken. When we come back, we'll talk to Ken, and then we're going to go around the NBA, including is what was largely hailed. There's a tease. If what was largely hailed as maybe the worst move in the offseason, are people maybe a little bit wrong about that? Did they jump the gun? We'll tell you about the night somebody had, and maybe a lot of egg on some people's faces. We'll do that next.
A Sacramento tradition continues this year. The Santa Parade. Free for all to enjoy, circling Capitol Park beginning at 10 a.m. December 13th, the joy of the holiday season. Santa Claus is coming to Sacramento with the 41st Santa Parade. Join Sactown Sports 1140 December 13th beginning at 10 a.m.
Brought to you in part by Elk Grove Chevrolet, Western Health Advantage, and OK Tire and Automotive.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro, offer ends 12/14. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Year-end pricing's in effect. Every vehicle's priced to sell before the new year during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Get behind the wheel of your new Accord or Civic today. Own or lease during Happy Honda Days at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
To get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Just want to do a check an hour and a half in. Chris, have we missed any breaks?
Not yet.
Okay. Good morning, Ken. As promised, thank you for holding, sir. The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, fellas? Man, I just want to say, I'm not a Levine hater, but Levine, I'm a basketball watcher. You know what I'm saying? I watch basketball players. You see good basketball players, bad basketball players. Your eyes see what your eyes see. You know what I'm saying? And what I see with Levine, he's not consistent. He's old. He's an older player. Now he's thinking too much. He's playing with Westbrook, a Hall of Fame player. I'm hoping he's playing with a future Hall of Fame player in Murray. You know what I'm saying? So he's on a team, and Monk, he's a good player. Like you just mentioned, he scored 42 when Monk had a good game. The other players had a good game. But you're inconsistent. We need to see you play without the other players doing well. We need to see you consistent, Levine, and you're not that. Your defense is not consistent. You're lackluster on a lot of plays. I watched Levine. I've been watching Levine since the incident happened. So his gameplay is so inconsistent, he'll never be where you want him to be, Carmichael Dave. Our rebuild needs to happen with get rid of him and get rid of DeRozan. I'm not a hater of either one of them players, but they're not in the system to where they can win in the NBA now because of their age and their gameplay right now. That's the way I feel. And, Dave, I love you guys. It's been a long time since I've talked to you fellas, man. I miss you.
I miss you, too. And, Ken, we always appreciate your calls. And I want to make sure you know we're on the same page. Like, I said that I think Levine, I think he could be the guy on an above 500 team. That does not mean that I think anything other than we need to move on from Levine. DeRozan, and to be honest, I think Sabonis, probably Monk, who I love, but I am all for a full rebuild just like you can.
Yes, sir. And Levine, I've always liked Levine. I mean, I like his gameplay, but you see it's corroded now. I mean, it's like an old battery. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. You know, you can't charge it up no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't put it in the refrigerator and the freezer and hopefully charge up again. It's gone.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for the time, Ken. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I think Kings fans, not that I think Kings fans will care, but it absolutely would not surprise me, depending on circumstance, if someday we're watching Zach LaVine thrive on a very good team.
No, I mean he's a good player.
He's a good player.
Yeah, I think it's the timing of when he's here. Like if he was on, I don't know, this team on the come up and they didn't have Herbert, but they somehow had Fox and Sabonis.
Right.
And he was a part of that third piece to this team when they were on the rise. Yeah. But that's not where they are.
No.
That's not his fault.
No.
But I think you're right. And the one thing he hasn't really been on that team, whether it was Minnesota or Chicago, he had a little bit of a run.
Yeah.
Little. But, yeah, I think if he was inserted in a trade or a free agency or somehow to a better team and – had some of the deficiencies that he has covered up. Go be a scorer.
I got to be honest. I part of this whole process is I try to look at, okay, we need to move these people. Like who could legitimately use somebody like him?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is money, of course, but I'd love to see what he could do on Boston with Tatum out. I'd be very curious to see what he could do. Now, you've got a little bit of a fit issue there, but I think you could slide some folk down. I'd love to see what he could do on a team like Boston. The Magic just lost Franz Wagner for a while. I'd be interested to see what he could do with them. I'd be interested to see what he could do with the Sixers. I think he'd do quite well with the Lakers.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he'd do quite well with the Warriors.
I think he if he played with not necessarily a pass-first point guard, but maybe because he's not really a high-volume dribbler.
No.
Like, he's efficient. Like, the best of Zach LaVine is an efficient athletic scorer.
That's right.
So if he played with a Luka, who's a really good decision maker and puts the ball where you want it, like limited dribbles, I think he would thrive with someone like him. But
absolutely
Luka would make a lot of people better.
I think the Lakers and Golden State would be arguably the best fits for him. And we're now hearing, remember,
a few days away.
Yeah, we're a few days away from trades being okay. Remember, by the way, you may have been reading that, shockingly, the Jonathan Kuminga situation with the Warriors, we're now hearing terms like untenable, irreconcilable. There's very little to any shock that this did not work out. Now, if I understand correctly, I think the earliest Kuminga can be moved is mid-January. So that the Kings are still interested in that. That I do know. But if you believe what you read, and I'm not backing this up because I haven't plugged in a while, that whole first-round pick thing is off the table now. And it may just be a situation where it's just a salary match from the Kings, And if that happens, and if they're able to get Jonathan Kuminga for what is effectively, Monk and I don't know what it would be, Monk, Carter, and I don't know what the deal would be. But if they're able to do that and not have to give up any draft capital, I think it's going to be very important to tip your cap to Scott Perry for holding out and for not giving in and not being desperate and going through this. And by the way, Kuminga still has to function.
Right.
Don't think it's it's also not out of the realm of possibility that Jonathan Kuminga is a malcontent. And if he can't figure out with the Warriors and that type of culture and that type of veteran Hall of Fame atmosphere, they've got 3 for sure Hall of Famers right now between Kerr, Curry, and Draymond. 4 with Jimmy Butler. You got 4 Hall of Famers you're around all the time. You can't function in that atmosphere. Don't think I'm not thinking, and you should be thinking it too. Well, crap, is he going to come to the Kings and be upset next year? That being said, last night the Spurs, Jason, 3-point victory, a lot closer than they had to. They were down going into the fourth. They had to come back to beat the Pelicans. The Spurs are now 16-7. They would be, I believe they'd be hosting a playoff game or a playoff series if the season ended today. Let me double check. They wouldn't. Sorry, they're the 5th seed. They are, they are tied with the Rockets game-wise, but they're a few percentage points off. But they're right there in the thick of things.
What's their record, you said?
They are 16-7. They have won 7 of their last 10. It's pretty damn good when you consider Wembanyama is out. Stephon Castle last night had 18 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. More interestingly to me, Dylan Harper had 22 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds in just 26 minutes. De'Aaron Fox had 14 and 7. So it was a bit of a Harrison Barnes led the way with 24. You might remember him. And they won. What was interesting about this game, though, was Derek Queen, through no fault of his own, has been quite the topic this year. Because it's Derek Queen that the Pelicans gave up an unprotected first-round pick this year, which as of right now, they have as good a chance as anybody to get the number 1 pick in the draft. They gave that up so they could slide up a few slots and grab Derek Queen.
Yep.
In a vacuum, when you look at Derek Queen and you look at what he did last night, 33 points in 33 minutes, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 4 blocks. Those are unheard of numbers for a rookie. And he seems to just be, you look at his numbers overall this year, 13.6 boards, 4 assists. Okay, that's fine. That's very respectable, especially for a rookie. But when you look at how he seems to be progressing, you have to tip your cap to the Pelicans for targeting something that he right now looks like the steal of the draft based on where he was picked. That being said, in a vacuum, great move to go get Derek Queen in a vacuum. But holy crap, if you end up giving up a number 1, number 2, number 3 pick, that will be debated for a very long time.
It will be, but then I think it also goes, so let's just assume the worst for the Pelicans, that they give up, it's the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Well, then I still think the comp is Derek Queen versus the number 1 pick.
No, I think you're right.
And so on the surface, you just lost the number 1 pick, and let's say it's Boozer. Well, then you compare Queen versus Boozer, and in the end, if Queen's better, then was it
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you also have to I think, to be totally fair, unless I'm missing it, don't you also have to compare the pick they gave to Atlanta? Because didn't they swap? I thought they swapped their pick to move up with Atlanta. So you need to compare both.
I just knew that day everybody killed it. I'm like, well, this is the player they wanted.
Right.
In fairness, you got to wait and see how it plays. I mean, if we say you got to wait on a player 2 to 3 to 4 years, you have to wait on the trade for a little while too. And everybody killed it from day 1.
Yes. Yeah, myself included. I'll happily wear egg on my face if Dumars.
And it might be right.
Right,
it very well could be right.
And it's it's probably going to end up. I don't say probably, but it very well could end up somewhere in the Derek Queen's great, and but why didn't they trade Herb Jones or why didn't they trade Zion Williamson or whatever? So it's going to be a very interesting, Jason. I think we hope a very interesting trade deadline, and I'll say something else. If this trade deadline is as much of a dud as last year's trade deadline, I think Adam Silver is going to have to seriously look at reopening the CBA and saying we got to do something about these aprons.
Yeah.
Because 2 of the coolest things about the NBA when it comes to off-court stuff is free agency and the trade deadline. They grab the headlines. This is the time where they can steal headlines from the NFL. And by the way, that trade deadline ends 2 weeks after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So this is where the NBA kind of owns everything. The fact of the matter is last year we saw that second apron, that whole thing, that really screwed up a lot of maneuvers.
Well, the deadline was a dud, but almost this time a year ago, we had the two whoppers of Fox being dealt and Luka. I mean, Luka being traded is unbelievable.
Still unbelievable.
So what didn't happen necessarily at the deadline, but it was happening ahead of it.
We'll take a break. We got Kings Rewind coming up next to look back at last night's loss to the Pacers. And he has confirmed Sean Salisbury will join us at 8 a.m. 9 a.m. Matt Barrows will join us as well to go over the Niners bye week and the rest of the season and so much more as we inch towards the halfway point of the show right here on Sactown Sports.
A Sacramento tradition continues this year. The Santa Parade. Free for all to enjoy circling Capitol Park beginning at 10 a.m. December 13th, the joy of the holiday season. Santa Claus is coming to Sacramento with the 41st Santa Parade. Join Sactown Sports 1140 December 13th beginning at 10 a.m.
Brought to you in part by Elk Grove Chevrolet, Western Health Advantage, and OK Tire and Automotive.
Staples presents an easy holiday.
My holiday list was a mile long.
Fa la 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 boo hoo hoo.
Staples made it easy with big savings on tech gifts.
I'm listening.
And I saved big on custom holiday cards, too. Plus, Staples has UPS shipping in store.
Holy flying reindeer. Shop Staples today for 50% off custom cards, invites, wrapping paper, labels, stamps, and photo gifts.
That was easy.
In-store and online expires 12/20. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. The clock is ticking. This holiday season, give the gift they'll really love. A new Honda from Northern California's best Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Happy Honda days are happening right now. Score big with low payments, top trade-in value, and a huge selection of new Hondas, all at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
Carmichael Dave. He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
By far, not even a close second, the best Smiths song of all time brings us back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Only the Smiths and Morrissey could have a classic song in which the tagline is, "Shut your mouth." No one else is doing that.
Any relation to Mel?
She is one of them. Still,
Smith.
Didn't take my last name. Smart girl.
She didn't take Dave?
Yeah. She would have been Melissa Dave.
Yeah.
Kids do it, though. Avery Dave, Mason Dave.
Yeah.
I heard that the name the Smiths, like they lost the copyright to it or are going to lose the copyright to it.
Really?
Maybe that's what we call this show.
What, the Smiths?
Yeah. Like we can make T-shirts and stuff.
Like, I know that my brain is a weird place to live, right? But right next door, Chris's brain is just, there's something going on in there.
Welcome back to the Smiths.
All right, let's get to it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Ross and Chris Verlada, each and every game, that's 82 games a year, put together what I think is quite
83 last year.
That's a great point right there. Maybe the, was it? Yeah, it was. Maybe the best, let's just call it the best segment on sports radio anywhere in the world. Dirt and Sprague wish they could.
Yeah, come on.
Let's
try, guys.
Yeah, Dirt.
Let's be the Smiths.
Ed Sprague.
Yeah.
King's Rewind starts right now, please. Squirt.
Sacramento shifted their mindset from the sand, the sea, and the heat of Miami to the Midwest as they hit the frigid temps of Indianapolis, Indiana to face the Pacers.
You mean winters in igloos and Eskimos and penguins and ice? Possibly. See you.
A lot of ice.
Indianapolis, it's known as the crossroads of America.
So who the f*** wants to see him?
This Pacers team made it all the way to the NBA Finals a season ago and took the eventual champs to a 7th and deciding game until they came up just a bit short.
You stupid.
Wow.
Now the Pacer fans not going to like that.
Serious?
The one.
Wow.
They began the season without one of their leaders and former King Tyrese Halliburton, who is out with a torn Achilles tendon.
That's simply awful.
Was that snark?
That's Chris Verlade doing the sound effects.
That's not me. That's Rewind.
I even flinched going into that.
I knew there was a setup there. I just wasn't sure what the payoff was. I'm going to read that again. They began their season without one of their leader. Maybe Rewind will have a different.
Yeah.
Maybe
something better.
Here's a different.
Yeah.
They began their season without one of their leaders and former King Tyrese Halliburton, who was out with a torn Achilles tendon.
That's simply awful.
It's awful. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's the tone.
Well, he did become a Pacer along with, let's remember, Buddy Hield and Tristan Thompson a couple of seasons ago when Sacramento traded for Demarcus Cousins, Justin Holiday, Jeremy Lamb, and a second-round pick.
With all due respect, you want to go down memory lane? Put it in second gear, huh?
Hey, Tony.
So now here we are with most all of those pieces long gone and Halliburton and Sabonis both out with injuries for this Monday night matchup.
Oh.
Sacramento started the same lineup for the second consecutive game, which meant rookie big man Maxime Reynaud would make his second start of his pro career.
Love it. Oh, somebody sent me a Twitter instant message 2 days ago saying, hey, could you tell Chris I really miss the electrical spark sound effect?
We haven't had any.
I was like, yeah, we haven't in a long time.
Hence, the Kings are missing.
Oh, their spark.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Back to you.
That's good when we do take requests.
We absolutely do take requests.
I think Rewind does.
Aren't we into Berger, and then what's the one we like about the stupid bear?
What are you looking at, you stupid bear?
Yeah. We should have rankings. Back to you.
All right. The Kings were fouling entirely too much in the first quarter as the Pacers were getting a bunch of their points from the foul line.
You call this game fair? I'll go to the papers.
Papers. Sacramento then did the unthinkable. They fouled a three-point shooter. That shot was made. They reviewed it and called it flagrant. Indy made the technical free throw. They kept possession and scored 2 points. All told, 6 points without the Kings touching the ball.
What the hell just happened?
I just committed a flagrant foul.
6-point possession. After one quarter, it was Indiana 35, Sacramento 23.
Sorry, Dad.
That one's high up there.
We were trying to figure out what my dad was saying there.
I think the direct phrase was, Dad, you're on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Because somebody also once said that they thought my dad said nasty wheeze. And I was like, that's not in his...
Nasty Wheeze.
See, right? You could
Wait, what did you say it was?
It said the person said it sounds like my dad saying nasty wheeze.
Nasty Wheeze.
Now I can't.
I hear Ask Jeeves. Can we try one more time?
Nasty Wheeze.
It's one of those Laurel and Hardy things or whatever.
Laurel and Hardy.
What is it?
Laurel. Yanni.
Yanni. Laurel and Yanni.
Laurel and Hardy.
Nasty Ask Jeeves.
All right. In the second quarter, Keegan Murray picked up his third foul and actually showed a bit, and I mean a teeny bit of emotion when he twirled his finger in a circular motion, signifying that he actually wanted to challenge a call.
Now you've done it. You've made me turn my chair.
Well, sorry, Keegan. No challenge for Keegan, and Sacramento's deficit grew to 15 at halftime.
I'm just dandy.
In the third, the Kings would get hot, and a guy putting on a show was Russell Westbrook, who even hit Indiana with a signature rock the baby gesture after a tough hoop.
What the hell? Russell Westbrook?
I got as a matter of fact, this is a public tweet yesterday, and I responded to it, I believe. It was somebody, I want to shout them out, basically saying, thanks a lot. Now my son, when Russell Westbrook scores, says, Russell Westbrook.
What the hell? Russell Westbrook?
I can't find it, but they said it. Anyways, back to you.
Russ secured his 207th triple-double before the quarter was over as the Kings climbed out of a 19-point hole to trail by just 4 after 3 quarters.
Messed around and got a triple-double.
King Nas 11-26. My 7-year-old just yelled, what the hell, Russell Westbrook? Thanks, guys.
The early part of the fourth quarter also good for the Kings as they took the momentum of a 37-point third quarter into the final 12 minutes and took a 4-point lead with 6 minutes to go.
Slow me down. Whoa, no. I got to keep on moving.
Now, the next stretch was an absolute disaster for the Kings. Three-pointer, 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 and then a 2-pointer by Indiana from up 4 to down 7 in the blink of an eye. The Pacers finished the game on a 19-4 run and ended up with a double-digit victory over the Kings.
Oh, good for you.
Both teams are now a disappointing 6-18, and they are both tied with the Clippers for the third worst record in the NBA.
That guy's got the best players money can buy.
Jason.
The best players money can buy.
Can you play the song you played 2 clips ago again, please? Just play the first couple notes there.
I know what you're going to ask me. Matthew Wilder. Oh, no.
Come on, dude.
You didn't think I had that?
No, I don't doubt you. I don't doubt you.
How about I even knew the question you were going to ask?
That's chemistry.
Yeah.
Matthew Wilder? Matthew Wilder? How do you even know that?
He's the heart of that song.
Right. Do you want to take a guess as to the year it came out? I mean, it's
1983.
I bow. It's 1983. I bow down. Like, you are the Laura Branigan All-Star. God bless you. Back to you, Jason.
All right.
You're amazing.
Well, the Kings head home. We'll get a couple of days off without a game, but we'll host the Denver Nuggets on Thursday.
Yeah.
And the fans go wild.
Yeah.
Wilder.
Wow.
There you go. That is how it all played out last night.
That is well done. Wow.
Yes, Jeeves.
Yes, Jeeves.
That's what it sounds like now.
And then what did you say you thought the person said?
Somebody thought it sounded like he said nasty wheeze.
Yes, Jeeves.
I hear both. Just depending on which one I'm concentrating on. Matthew Wilder. I didn't even. Is any relation to Gene? I mean, honestly, actually, it kind of could be.
Oh, maybe.
Wow. Oh no, never mind. He changed his name to Wilder. His original name was Wiener. No, I'm not. Am I joking? No. Look, his original name was Matthew Wiener. Or Weiner, I don't know. Weiner.
Are you sure you didn't insert that?
No, it's. He's an he's.
I don't think I could have picked him out like in a.
No
in a
way. Okay, fun Matthew Wilder fact. You've already learned, by the way, that Tom Brady is the second leading all-time receiver in yardage over 40.
People want to learn things.
People want to learn things. That's what the consultants say. How about this? Not only did Matthew Wilder put out the 83 hit single "Break My Stride," which, by the way, hit number 2 on the Cashbox chart.
That's not a thing.
He also wrote the music for the Disney animated feature film Mulan and provided the singing voice for the character Ling.
Did not know that.
Did not know that. Hey, does that mean he wrote the song, the one song from them? Or did he just write you know when they say they write the music? Like, did he write is that the score?
Oh, yeah.
Or did he write I don't know I can't remember the name of the song, but it was like basically the part of your world of Moonlight. Like every Disney film like that has like Frozen had Let It Go.
Yeah.
And Little Mermaid had Part of Your World. Lion King, well, they had a bunch. But there's whatever that Mulan song was, it was really good. Interesting. I didn't know that. Good for you, Matthew Wilder. He has written songs for No Doubt. He produced No Doubt's best album, Tragic Kingdom. That's the one with Don't Speak. That was him.
Okay. I think everyone my age had that album in 8th grade.
What, Mulan?
No, the Tragic Kingdom.
That was a heck of an album, cover to cover. That was the album I played when I bought my first and only incredibly overpriced car when I was like 20 years old and got it repossessed like 2 years later. Yeah, I had no business buying that car, but I was an idiot.
If it was still running, would you be driving it today?
I desperately. It was a 1997 Dodge Stealth GT, which was basically a copycat of the Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4, and it looked like the Batmobile. It was dark blue. It had the headlights that go ring. You know, like the hot.
I always thought those were cool.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
They pop up. Like, did they ever wink? Like, was one up one time?
No, they always worked. And you get in, it was just like, vroom. And man, I love that car so much that I legitimately remember the music that was because I had a 5-disc CD changer. Hello world.
Did you take it out or was it in?
No, it was in, and then I had like one CD that I could change in the car. So it was like, what were my albums back then? It was Tragic Kingdom, No Doubt. It was Depeche Mode, Ultra. It was 311 Transistor, Dave Matthews, Under the Table and Dreaming, and Alanis Morissette's the second one, not the first one.
Bad selection.
Really? You don't like Alanis Morissette?
Where's Matthew Wilder?
Fun fact about No Doubt, Gwen Stefani's brother, who was in the band to begin with, left to become a director for The Simpsons.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know. Wasn't she originally dating one of the members, and that's what that Don't Speak song was about?
And he was still in the band.
And he was still in the band. So I was like a Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks thing early on. And then, isn't she married to Blake Shelton now?
Yeah. I believe so.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well,
one of our chatters says for some reason I'm not buying CD listening to No Doubt.
Why? Is that Why? Why would that be a thing? No, I was listening to when I worked for Quad. They were just starting to come out. They really were a ska band when they started, and then she took them in a different direction. That was because then she started. Wasn't she dating Bush for like 3 years? I think she was with Bush, Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah.
Not Run there, Busto, the guy from Bush. We'll take a break. When we come back, Sean Salisbury will join us. Yes, that has been confirmed, and we will bring that NFL energy with him. Also, American Energy Heating and Air is now American Energy Home Pros. Home Pros! Plumbing, heating, air conditioning, everything under one umbrella. And the same things apply for the plumbing that they do for the HVAC. Been in business since 1981. The A+ with the Better Business Bureau. The guarantees on their work. Their second opinion partnering. What is that? Why are they your second opinion partner? Well, maybe you made the mistake, we forgive you, of going to somebody else for your heating or air conditioning or plumbing. First off, don't you want to know that when Fred the whoever comes out and is like, you need your flux capacitor is at 1.20 gigawatts. It needs to be at 1.21. Here, it'll cost you $7,000. Well, wouldn't you like another expert to come out and blindly look at everything for free? What I mean by blindly is like not that, what I mean is like, they're going to come out and don't show them and don't tell them what the other person said. Let them do it. They will diagnose the problem so you'll know if that's the problem. And then they'll give you a price, and it will almost certainly be cheaper than the other price you're dealing with. What else? What do you have to lose? 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break. Sean Salisbury next.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place. Where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com. CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Speaking of great quarterback grandpas, we'll explain. Joining us this week, we love him to death. He's the best in the business. Sean Salisbury. Good morning, Sean.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing great, brother. I wanted to get your take on. I'm really excited about this potential story. Sadly, Daniel Jones out.
Yeah.
But if there could be a possible bright side, it's that the Colts are talking to Phillip Rivers.
Wow.
Who is a 44-year-old grandpa who has not played since 2020. Any chance this could work, Sean?
I guess. Yeah. One thing. I mean, look around. Some of our best quarterbacks. I mean, I know Rodgers' game's fallen off, but over the years, from Warren Moon to Tom Brady to, I mean, a lot of good football. And Phillip Rivers, coaching. I think it's in Alabama, and doing those things. And that. Well, the reason he's equipped for it, he's got 47 kids that fill up a whole church and congregation, so he can handle any pressure.
Right.
Love Phillip Rivers. Love his competitiveness, but guys, I'm going to tell you, a hard thing to do is it's one thing to be year after year, you're 42, 43, take those hits and be involved in the speed of the game. But once you walked away from, year 3, Phillip being done? about.
Yeah,
like
year
that.
4, I think, actually. Yeah.
Maybe this was year 4. How hard it is. I can still throw the ball. I don't mean that. I can still throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still throw it, come back and do all that, but moving it, the timing and not wanting to get hit, all that. Now, he's 44, which he's not ancient, but when you've been out of it that long, I can remember when I walked away. And Danny Green and Brian Billick for 2 straight years, because injuries had called me back and said, come back. I know there's still some magic, because I knew the system, and it was good to be able, like when Brad Johnson got hurt or Randall Cunningham, I was working for ESPN. I was in a coat and tie, and I remember I got one call in a press box when I was at a game for Countdown. And I said, well, let me think about what's back. And I spent talking to Brian and Denny Green, Brian Billick. And at that point in time, I'd only been out a year. And then the next year, 2 years. So I felt I could do it. And then when I turned it down, because I said once I walked away, I walked away. And I said no to both times, which was hard to do. But then about year 3 and 4, when you go back and say, I wonder what I do now. Then you're standing on the sidelines or you're watching a game, you're like, no. So, and I was in my 30s. So it'd be tough to do. But listen, if he's going in and entertaining, he's obviously stayed in shape, so he's not that far removed. But that's the hardest part. While Phillip knows the speed of the game, it's still fast and the timing of it. Now, let's make no mistake. Phillip was a great player, and I think he's we're going to have the discussion over is he a Hall of Famer or not, with all those numbers and go through that. But the truth is that he's so ultra competitive. But even at the end of his regular career, the arm strength we saw, it was different. He'll have to throw the ball soon, the anticipation, which I trust. So I love the guy, and I couldn't root harder for him. But it's also an indictment on the quarterback position in this league.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, we are searching. You think about this, with the Anthony Richardson injury and where it's going to go with him, and Riley Leonard's a young player. But you start to think about that we don't have enough guys that are 1 year removed, 2 years removed. And I love Phillip Rivers, but 3 or 4 years removed, 44 years old. I understand you trust the mental side, and I'm sure that's part of the Steichen stuff of knowing that he'll get us in the right play and that he understands where to throw it. The question is, can he get it there and move? Because you're not going to do anything that requires any movement at all like you got with Daniel Jones, because Phillip's not going – he can't do it. He doesn't have that. He didn't even when he played in his prime. But his anticipation – so it's an indictment because of the fact that we are really going to a high school coach who's been out 3 or 4 years with respect to him to go find a guy for a team that's in the playoff hunt. Now, you think about that. Guys that have been cut, rookies or third-year players that are out there, I mean, that are 1 year or 6 months removed from the game. We're thinking about possibly getting a guy that's been removed for 4 years, and you're in a playoff run. It's a bummer for the franchise because Daniel Jones was having a good year. It sucks for them. It won't get any easier, let's put it that way, for the Colts, whether it's Phillip Rivers or anybody else.
And that's probably the key, Sean, that I was thinking my takeaway from this, and you're speaking on it perfectly as a former quarterback, because if the Colts were like completely out of it, yeah, maybe they take a shot at a 22-year-old or heck, a 27-year-old that's bounced around a little bit. But they do have a chance, and they're trying to save what's been at one point a dream season. So there must be more value in having someone that has played it at such a high level, that's got the experience that they trust more than, let's say, that 27-year-old that's kind of the third string on somebody's team that they just probably can throw it maybe a little better, but they trust a guy like Rivers can maybe do it better than any of those other guys.
And that's exactly why I get why they would entertain it. And what's it hurt to bring him in? Put him on the field, stick him in a pair of shorts, and let's go throw it around. Get some movement. Let's change the launch point and run play action. That, for me, the comfort zone. I'm with them. I'm like, okay, who do I trust that can get me out of bad plays into good plays, that can execute a part of our offense, that we can scale it to him, still run the ball, and obviously lean on the run, and hopefully our defense elevates, that I don't have to spend a whole lot of time explaining to Phillip Rivers how to attack a coverage. That is where we can put our game plan in and go. But the key for them is going to be, what are we going to put in to accentuate, even at 44, what he still can do well, in the passing game and in the play action game. So, but I'm with him. And you're exactly. If there would be no reason to bring Phillip Rivers if you're a 4-win team. Riley Leonard would play the rest of the year, and you see what you got for the future. But you're still on the cusp, and you got a chance. So everybody around them, regardless who the quarterback is, going to have to elevate their play. They just are. Pittman and Taylor and the defense, they're going to have to take it to a new level, because if it's a backup or a 44-year-old guy who's been coaching high school football and chasing kids around, you have to know that it's not Daniel Jones or it's not whoever the starter was. So you're going to have to elevate your play. But I would rather have a guy that's mentally knows where to throw it and protect us that way than a guy more physically talented, but I'm not real sure if he understands how we're trying to get this done and where his football IQ is at this level because he's either been out or hasn't played much. So I am with you 100%, no doubt about it. The question is, how limited will you be? Now, who knows if they're going to pull it, but that's the part that I'm sitting in a meeting room. Phillip Rivers probably knows more about football, and I don't mean this disrespectful, than 80% of the coaches on the staff. He's played it. He's been in it. He coaches it. He's there. You know, and I think for me, and that's why Minnesota called me back. There's guys, and I was in my mid-30s. I mean, I can still throw it and rip it and do all that when I was out of the league for a year or two. But Denny and Brian Billick knew, because I've been in the situation, here's a guy who doesn't need a lot of work. He has stayed in shape and would be able to mentally handle what we're doing because the verbiage, he just comes right in, could walk off the team bus and play. Heck, that happened in a game, guys. I had gone, and Minnesota brought me back. I was on another team a year later, brought me back, and literally Warren Moon got hurt. Brad Johnson was there at the time, and he was a young player and going to be a really good one, love him. But we're on the final game of the season. We had to win to go to the playoffs. We were playing the 49ers. And I had just got back. And a week later, I was starting. Warren was hurt, and we beat the 49ers. And Brian was asked about it. He goes, well, you know, and he was on record of saying it in interviews that I just trusted where Sean was. It was no distrust for Brad Johnson. It's just the experience of knowing what we needed to get done. So in a smaller version, because I was still in the game, but the trust factor of knowing verbiage and audible checks and all that, I don't need a lot of work, and good backups don't need a lot of work to get stuff done because they're prepared for it. And Phillip Rivers will be prepared for it if he's called in. The question is, how much physically can he handle?
Sean Salisbury with us. Sean, we have a segment on the show, like which team had the best worst week, which player had the best worst week, and when it came to team, I went a little curveball, and I wanted to talk to you about this because despite losing to the one-win Titans team, I feel like the Browns have something with Shedeur Sanders, and they screwed up Baker Mayfield. They've had bad luck, and I know that this Shedeur Sanders circus was just stupid, but it just feels like there's a difference with him under center, and nobody scouts quarterbacks better than you, and I know you'll push back on me. Am I off base there, or do you see something there too?
No, I thought we were way out of hand early on as to, he should be jumping Flacco, when he was there before he went to all the because put it this way, at the beginning of this, if his last name wasn't Sanders, we would have been talking about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But it's Shedeur, it's the Colorado, it's Deion, and I get it, and the confidence and the swagger. But the way it was handled, and there was a guy drafted 2 rounds before him at the same position, so you understood the pecking order, right?
Right.
So at that part, it was ridiculous. It's like, come on, man, we're talking about a guy who, quite frankly, if you don't trade Kenny Pickett, Shedeur might have been on the practice squad or struggled to make the team. And I don't mean that against him, just because and Watson's still on. I mean, they were overloaded, and they have screwed up more quarterback decisions than any franchise over the years that we can even count. Okay, it's an infinite amount of players. So at that point in time, but you've seen what's happened once he's been in. The ball's being pushed down the field. The swagger is real. It's not fake. He can play. Now, I'm not going back to, should he have been the first pick or the second pick? But it's going to take time for us to decide. You know how we always go back 3 years later and say, if we redrafted, we'll have that conversation in 3 years, not 3 games, right? So we're headed in the right direction. I definitely have seen tremendous growth. The guy was the most poised. He's gotten more poised every week as he continues to learn not to stare at the rush and set your feet and quit bailing out soon. And that's normal, whether it's Shedeur Sanders or anybody else, because you really don't know squat as a rookie. You really don't, guys. You go into your second year and you're like, man, I didn't realize what I didn't know. You're just kind of playing and reacting. You think you know the audible check, and good teaching and coaching along the way, and 2 ears and 1 mouth as quarterbacks to learn. Well, he's getting better, and what a novel concept. When you get to play, you get to see coverages, and then your execution becomes better. I am with you. I 6 weeks ago, I'd have said, they got to go back in and find another guy, because I don't know physically if Dylan Gabriel's good enough to push the ball, because he plays it safe a lot of times passing, but that may be part of the Cleveland Browns approach with him. Well, Shedeur's a little more of a chance taker. but you could see the response. And so I love the direction they're headed, and he's doing some things. They may not, guys, if this continues the next 4 weeks and his improvement, you don't need a first-round quarterback next year. You go into spring with a guy that you say in OTAs can play. So, Dave, I'm with you. I think we're onto something. Now, I don't know because it's still a small sample size, but what I saw Sunday told me that he's gotten – that's the whole key. Are you getting better, seeing things, throwing the ball, believability, buy-in, not only from the organization but from the guy sitting next to you? Not just because you're Deion's kid. Now we've trumped that. It's no longer just Deion's kid. Now he's starting to get to the point where this is Shedeur Sanders carving his gig.
Yep.
And it's still early, but yes, signs. We look for him with Jackson Dart. We look for the same things with him. I'm with you. And I thought it was absolute, and I like Kevin Stefanski, two-time Coach of the Year. It was absolute coaching malpractice to do what they did at a two-point conversion.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, my God.
If that was 9 minutes to go in the game and you did it, I get it. And you're down 2, I'm going to get another possession or 2. He's brought you back, and you've got to get a feel. It's not just analytics, a feel for how your quarterback and team are playing. They were rolling. At that point in time, if you want to put the other guy in the backfield and run a trick play off it, yes, but have Sanders at least there. And then you're giving the ball to a guy who doesn't read coverage and asking him to read coverage on a two-point conversion and make a throw that even Josh Allen wouldn't have made, going to his right throw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're putting too much pressure. At least put the ball, give my guy an oar to row with, and let's see what happens. And then you could change it. But to have him off the field, and I know it was a much bigger circumstance, but when we played Texas guys, SC, in the national championship game, and Pete Carroll's a phenomenal coach, the fact that they somehow, some way did not have Reggie Bush on the field, the last play that Lendell White got stopped and then Vince took it down and they scored, that was coaching mouth as good as Pete and that whole staff, and I love them. Standing there on the sidelines, I'm standing next to Ronnie Lott, and I'm looking at him, and I thought Ronnie was going to go on the field and start to hit somebody, and he still could have hurt somebody because he was such a stud, right?
Sean, worst move, that or Pete and Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl? Honestly, I've never asked you that.
Well, Pete's been a part of 2 of them.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
And guess what? He ain't third. It's 1 and 2, and he's got the distinction of everything. Okay?
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one was on the field, but the play call was just idiotic.
Ugh, yeah.
And I love Pete, but then with Reggie, even if you don't want to hand it to him, motion him, do something so everybody's a little nervous. Spread your bandwidth so Lendell White has a little more space. And while this is just a regular season game and Cleveland's not going to playoffs, it had that feeling of, what are you doing? I always say at the beginning of a game, you line up with your best 11, right? At least that's what you think as a coach. That's why I'm running out there. At the end of the game, why aren't I lining up with my best 11? And the truth is, you shrunk the opportunity to score. And Kevin's a good player. I'm just talking about compartmentalization. I mean, a good coach. Just this one play, I thought it was absolutely inexcusable. That's a fireable offense if you've done something like that and you're not winning.
Yeah.
But I like Kevin. But that to me, it almost felt personal, which was weird.
Yeah.
Let's get him out. No, put him in. He's going good. Man, call a play and just go make me a play. 2-point conversion. We got to get something in the end zone. And they limited themselves in the pass game by what they did on that play. But Shedeur has taken another step, and seeing his progress, and people that are just rooting for him to be a failure because of the hype just don't get it. Why would you root for somebody to fail? I'm rooting for him to be successful and learn the lesson and carve his own niche and not Deion's niche, which is he started to take steps towards doing that.
Yep.
Talking with Sean Salisbury here. Sean, another quarterback question for you. And you've told us over the years the amount of times you and other quarterbacks are, banged up, injured, not 100% is more common than being 100%. So, like, if we go to last night, what Justin Herbert had to do, having surgery less than a week ago, I know it's his non-throwing hand, but still, he's running all over the place. He got sacked a bunch. He got hit a bunch. I mean, to me, just one of those things that builds the locker room, builds the confidence. What did you think of Herbert, and what does that say about him and how he had to play through that injury?
Yeah, and last night was huge. And, there's times when – and I spent a lot of time talking to Brett Favre about this. I did interviews, and we had talked. He had that thumb injury. He had no business playing a lot of times, and he did. So Brett crossed over. I've always said this. Once the season starts, NBA playing, just 5 games in 10 days or whatever, your legs are tired. Or you got a hangnail, or a pitch, your hamstring's a little sore, or you're twisted your ankle. Those are hurt. Everybody's hurt. You don't think the right guard for the Raiders is beat up, not only mentally and emotionally because they're so bad, but you're hammered. You take a few hits, and you're trying. By Friday or Saturday, you've just recovered. Derrick Henry. I got to line up and do it again on Sunday. So you play hurt all year. The difference is playing injured. Now this feels like a tweener between hurt and injured. You get surgery and you're back. Right? If it's on his right hand, well, got no shot. But yes, one is you do win the locker room. Now there's the difference between a guy is so beat up in a game that he is. Let's see. You become limited to what you can do with the football, with whether it's college or NFL. It's like, I can't move him. Which game was it over the weekend that the quarterback, BYU. Did you see, while I know you go with him, but early in that game, his ankle was he couldn't move but once in a while. It did limit them, and you're playing against defense like Texas Tech. I felt at the end they probably could have got more movement from the backup, but they didn't trust the backup. And they hung in there, but they got their butt handed to him, and he was banged up, but hurt. But it was hurting the team, even though he's competitive, and you want to reward the kid. In Herbert's situation, that's one of those where you're like, that's not optics. You can't play well and get out there just so you show people how tough you are. You got to dive in, and he did, to gut through it, get a win. I know it's at home against a Philadelphia team that's been up and down, but does present a lot of problems. And to go, you're getting more buy-in. You're proving, and he knows how bad they need him to play, or they would have put the backup in and started him, and the importance of it. So, yes, non-playing end, you tape it up, do whatever you got to do, and you go deal with it. So, injured, most guys don't play. Hurt, most guys do play. When you're on the verge, well, it's injured, but it can't hurt worse, and we'll pat it up and go. And even at one arm or 1.5 arms, you're better than the guy behind you. He knew the importance of toughness. So that's one of those things you're like, we're in December, man. I got to ride off adrenaline. I'm guaranteeing you today he's probably hurting and sore, but he's going to be back at it, understanding the importance. And that's a difference, man. There's a different mentality for some, and sometimes you can't teach it. And when you got a guy who's willing to gut it out, as long as it's not hurting the team extensively in our game plan, you go through it. I thought that Herbert took another step last night into proving why he's pretty freaky when it comes to physical posture and talent.
Sean, last question for you. This is a curveball. I know you'll nail it because, well, you know things, and also we've been through a lot together. I want to confess something to you. So I know you hate bullies. We've had a segment on that before a long time ago. We talked about bullies.
Yep.
And so every week we have a morning show meeting, and in that meeting, we're in our boss's office, and he has see, it's already starting. And he has a little red, 49er plastic football. And Jason and I throw it back and forth. And every single time Jason throws it, it's like the most perfect tight spiral. Now, I've listen, I have had an unassisted triple play in Little League when I was 9. Okay,
how about that?
I played high school basketball.
But who's keeping score?
But who's
really?
I just want to throw my credentials out that I was a child athlete. I'm not foreign to the world of. I don't just talk the sports, I live it. But Sean, that has been the bane of my existence, dude. I cannot throw a spiral. Is there any verbal advice? Because you're not out here to show me that I can work. I think
you're a lost cause.
I want to overcome this.
Well,
it's embarrassing.
The short answer is take 2 weeks off and quit the quarterback position and find a new position.
Yeah! That's more bullying.
The second answer is I can only evaluate guys who are evaluatable. Take 2 weeks off and quit. Okay, my third recommendation, if I was there, I'd have you throwing a spiral in 3 minutes.
I bet he would.
That's called good teaching. But it's a smaller plastic ball.
Yeah.
A small one, or is it a full-size plastic ball?
Jason,
it's smaller. It's more of it's like a rubber ball.
Is it like the size of a mini, like a Nerf ball?
Yeah, it's a Nerf size. It's a mini. Yeah, it's a mini
it's
rubber
got laces on it.
It does.
Yeah.
In truth, I'm going to tell you, with the rubber ball, Dave, try this. Throw without the laces.
Really?
Because the balance of it, if you're not gripping it right on that, because it's not the same size ball. Yeah. Sometimes, since without the laces, the surface is flat. It's not changing the one side where you're thumb heavy on the grip as opposed. Now you just grip it and lighten your grip.
Lighten your grip
on the rubber ball. Don't try to squeeze the air. If I said go pick up a baby dove, you wouldn't choke it out.
No.
You pick it up softly but firmly so it wouldn't fly away. grip it like that. And then it's also in the finish. If you're cutting across it like a curveball, which most do, I have quarterbacks that do it because they play baseball, baseball release. Yours has got to be the old school screwball release. So if you're right-handed and you throw across the room, I would like the top of your hand to be pointing to your left all the way, and your thumb pointing to your right. So the finish is index finger, thumb that way. The back of your hand pointed to your left, and the thumb underneath pointed to the right. Does that make sense? I know you're going through that motion.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. So when you're at the top, think thumb through and to your right. You're right-handed, right, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. So you're at the top. If you were to throw a curveball, you'd cut down and you would lead with the pinky, right?
That's right.
On the finish. Now I want you to lead with the thumb and the index finger and throw that thumb underneath to the right. You see where I'm talking about?
I do.
Then you'll have your last three fingers in the air, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's how I want you to finish. And on your release point, since it's a clean pocket, we're not playing off schedule, you're getting hit like Philip Rivers is going to do. Picture you standing up at 12 o'clock in front of you, a grandfather clock. Now, get to 1:30 with your arm angle.
Okay.
You see where your arm angle is?
Yep.
And after you finish, just drop that right hand into that left pocket. Loosen the grip. I'll think with the regular football, we'll see each other. I'll tell you, grip-wise, how to change it and where it should be. But with that rubber football, just go without the laces because then you're not changing the balance of the ball.
Okay.
Don't choke it out. And the finish like a non-baseball, football, old-school screwball that they'd throw where you were finishing with thumb down and away from the top of your hand with your three fingers pointed to the sky.
I know we've done this for other reasons, but can I send you a video?
You absolutely can, and I'll send you one back, truthfully. I will. That would normally cost you a lot of money, but I'm going to do you a good and
I appreciate it.
Take care of you. And by the way, that is quarterback malpractice by you. Fire the host.
I know.
Okay?
I know. Sean Salisbury's the greatest.
You guys are the best, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon.
Hey, $300 an hour.
Yeah, charge him.
Pebble Beach on me, dude.
There you go. Talk to you guys.
See you. Bye. Hey. Why not? It occurred to me this week as we take a break right now. Why am I not leading on our friend who's a former NFL quarterback for lessons?
And he's a teacher.
Pisses me off, man. Can't throw a spiral. We'll take a break. When we come back, Fort Ad territory, top and bottom five, the Chiefs and the Jets. There's a lot to cover. We'll get to it next.
A Sacramento tradition continues this year. The Santa Parade. Free for all to enjoy circling Capitol Park beginning at 10 a.m. December 13th, the joy of the holiday season. Santa Claus is coming to Sacramento with the 41st Santa Parade. Join Sactown Sports 1140 December 13th beginning at 10 a.m.
Brought to you in part by Elk Grove Chevrolet, Western Health Advantage, and OK Tire and Automotive.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
Now is the time before winter is full on in your kitchen to make sure your heat or your furnace is ready. How do you do that? Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating will get the job done for you like they did for me last winter when our system crashed and burned in the dead of winter. Check them out, leesair.com. Right now, get $100 off any AC heating or plumbing repair. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating does it all, and they've been doing it at a high level for 40 years. See how they can help you stay warm and cozy all winter at leesair.com. That's Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, license number 635355.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Imagine being a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
on Sactown Sports.
Come on. Are you holding it at like the top of the football?
Yeah, not
or
even
in
the laces.
middle?
Remember I told you that?
Yeah,
Not even hold the laces.
Am I like gripping it correctly?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, and so 130.
And you finish in the pocket.
Okay.
But you're like,
what?
Why are you so
Because
let
I'm
it
trying
roll
to
off the
spin
hand.
it.
Just let
Okay,
it.
so don't do that. All right.
Better.
Better.
Still coming out weird.
Yeah, it is coming out a little bit weird, but it looks like you're trying to spin it.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. No,
Just
I
let
admit
it,
that.
Just let it. Just
All right, hold
let
on.
it flow out.
Try to throw spirals here, guys.
Better. Yeah. Just let it go. Yes. Better.
So I'm like, okay. So.
You got some heat on that.
Sorry, well, you had a heat on it. For hurt my pinky. Do we have to do a show?
I don't know. Yeah, see that? You try.
Yeah.
Just let it. Just let it
I
happen.
just feel like I can't be a true sports host if I can't throw a spiral, and that's always been a sensitive subject with me. I can shoot a basket. I can hit a baseball. I can pitch a baseball.
Can you make a field goal?
Kyle Schwarber going to make $30 million a year for the next few years with the going back to the Phillies. And then Edwin Diaz. Hey, where's he going? Oh, the Dodgers. Who'd have thunk that, Jason?
That's fun. You love LA.
I love LA. We love it. Dave, the top of your hand should be on top at the finish. Well, now we're not. Are we still talking about throwing a football? What are we doing here? First down.
What are your top 5 teams in the NFL?
All right. Number 5, Green Bay. Number 4, the Rams. Number 3, the Seahawk. I'm really starting to sniff these Seahawks, dude. Really, really starting to look. Yeah.
Hawk!
Smells like Seahawks.
Gross.
Number 2, the Patriots. Number 1, the Broncos.
Okay, we have the same except for I flip-flop Seattle and the Rams. So I have Green Bay 5, Seattle 4, LA 3, the Rams 2, New England, Denver. I've had number 1 for weeks. I'm keeping them there.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Second down.
What are your bottom 5 teams in the NFL?
Bottom 5.
Bottom 5. 5th worst team, the Cardinals, followed by the Commanders. Hey, how about those Titans getting a win? I'm going to move them to 3rd
Hey.
worst. The Raiders. The Autumn Wind is their 2nd worst. And then give me the New York Football Giants.
Okay. We have a couple different here. I have the 5th worst as New Orleans Saints, even though they're coming off a win. Number 4th worst, Cleveland. Still have the Browns down there. 3rd worst, I did put the Giants. 2nd worst, because they got the win, Tennessee, and I did it. Sorry, first time. The Raiders.
Oh, the worst team in the Niffle.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
The worst.
You know what, though? They're doing the right thing. Keep losing, dude.
Yeah, get Wembanyama.
Get the pick. Bust out that offensive line. And you're cooking with chicken.
Yeah.
Or whatever they say.
Sure.
3rd down.
The Chiefs haven't been eliminated from the playoffs yet, but they can't win the AFC West, which ends their 9-year consecutive streak. More blame on the Chiefs or credit to the Broncos and Chargers?
Yeah. Cooking with chicken. Do you wash your chicken?
Why is Zebra talking politics? What are we doing? Usually it's her and MC, but I don't even. Did MC do something? I don't want to single anybody out, but
Nobody
guys,
did.
can you just have some control? Let's focus on me not being able to throw a spiral, please. More important stuff. Look, the right answer, of course, is both.
Right.
But in the spirit of your question, I'm going to say more blame on the Chiefs.
Interesting.
Cumulatively. We've talked about this before. I think it's the same. Look, you got guys, especially like Travis Kelce, Chris Jones. You got guys that aren't, 4 years old anymore, 18 years old anymore. 4 years old would be weird. They've played like 2 extra seasons than any other team in this run. It's going to catch up to you eventually, and I think it's catching up this year. And you see this with most, if not all, dynasties. That's why what the Patriots did is so insanely impressive. But remember, Bill Belichick pretty much switched out most of that team throughout the dynasty, with the exception of the quarterback and a couple other dudes. The Chiefs have stuck with a large part of that core and other guys, and I think it's just... Plus, they've got a target on their back. Beating the Chiefs, I don't care what their record is right now. Beating the Chiefs is a huge win for everybody. I look at the NFL standings, Jason Ross, and I look at where the Chiefs are currently. It's like, okay, well, the Chiefs are 6-7. So, for example, if my Niners this weekend were going to go play the Dolphins, if they were going to go play the Cowboys, the Ravens even, like, all right, I guess, but that's not as big of a win. The Chiefs are 6-7, but they're not a 6-7 team to other teams. Everybody plays them like they're the Super Bowl champions. It's a tough spot to be in, man.
It is. I'm going to go on the positive side of the credit, though, for the Broncos, because Sean Payton came in there, helped turn that organization around. They've had a good defense. Their defense now is elite. And then they were going with Russell Wilson. They were trying different QBs. He has groomed Bo Nix. They've got a really good team. They've got good balance. They're tough to play at home. They've beaten some good teams. This is a division that's been owned by the Chiefs.
Yes.
When you got the coach, QB combo with a good defensive coordinator, that's a really tough team to defeat, and they've won the division, or at least cleared them of the division. Chargers could still win it, but the Broncos have done an amazing job. I'm going to give them the credit here.
I wonder what it would have paid. To have, because this is a very legitimate outcome. What if you had played a parlay on the Patriots, the Jags, the Broncos, and the Panthers all winning their divisions? That has to be like $100 billion to 1.
Yeah,
be rich.
Put $100 billion on it.
That's what I'm saying. Then you'd be like, oh, you can buy a lot of things with that.
Buy Vegas.
I'd buy Sean Salisbury and have him teach me how to throw a spiral. Buy Sean. I could buy Sean for $1 billion. Yeah. I think he'd admit to that. He'd come out, hang out. 4th down.
Speaking of streaks, the Jets have been eliminated from the postseason. This is now 15 straight seasons, marking the longest current drought in professional sports. Do you want them to break the Kings record?
So I know that I've heard this argument before because it seems like a real obvious answer. I've heard the argument before, and I just want to acknowledge it, that, hey, even though it's a really bad record, it's our record, and no, I don't want anybody to break it because it shows how when people are like, oh, my team has been terrible, and be like, oh, has it? Because we hold the record for blah, blah, blah. That, and I think that's actually a fairly legitimate argument. I understand where people are coming from, but no, I want that record. I don't want that record. You can have it, Jets.
Yeah, and I don't know if does it feel like if the Jets did it, is it done? Or does it need like Charlotte has it in the NBA to the Hornets have to break it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's in a league where in their own division, New England went from dead last. They're likely going to win the division.
Yes.
And the Jets just keep floundering. And while the Patriots have cycled through twice, the Bills have been good, the Dolphins have had a taste, the Jets just none.
Don't be floundering.
No.
All right? No, we don't need any kind of fish. We'll take a break, and we'll continue what I believe is are we still undefeated on breaks?
No.
Yeah. Well, we did our best.
We were doing great until someone had to ask somebody how to throw a spiral.
I asked him that with 5 minutes left. When we come, it was 8:20. When we come back, what's hot, what's not? Well, I mean, we're already out of it. What's hot, what's not? And King's post-game audio.
Never give up.
Never give up. Never surrender. Next.
Whoa. More fiber?
What?
Down here, buddy. It's me, your spoon. Constipation with belly pain still coming back?
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, but Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game and high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game, offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
What's hot, what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Home Pros, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergy.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
I love how the camera stayed on.
See the ball flying by.
You see the ball. Jason and I are practicing. Who is hot? Who's hot?
Who's hot?
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay.
They won last night against the Eagles, and with that win, hey, they are second in the AFC West, right above the Kansas City Chiefs, who had a stranglehold on that division. So good for them.
Good for them.
And Stranglehold, is that a Ted Nugent song?
It is.
Yeah.
Gross.
I know. I'm with you. He's a wackadoodle. But that used to be...
That's a great open, though, that
it
song.
Is. Oh, that was, I think both Joseph Benvenidez and Chad Mendez used that as their open. I know, I'm pretty sure it was Chad. Great walkout song.
Yes.
Who's not?
Justin Herbert.
Hey, Bear. Hey, Bear.
Berger.
Berger.
Last night he threw under 50% completion, threw under 150 yards, got sacked 7 times, had multiple turnovers, but was the first NFL quarterback in the Super Bowl era to get a win and have all of those.
He's a winner. I want winners.
Cucumber. By the way, you ever notice in that video when she's doing that, the Bear girl, that whatever the app she's using for English pronunciation is completely mangling cucumber?
Yeah.
Like the lady in the app goes,
it.
cucumber. And then she's like, cucumber. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you're like, why does anyone listen? Bear. Matt Barrows coming up shortly. We're doing that in the other thing. Oh, we're supposed to get post-game. Do we have any post-game reaction?
It's in the folder.
Okay, because it wasn't earlier. Okay, are you talking about Daily Audio or Kings?
Daily Audio.
Okay, yeah. Hey, don't give me the because I checked.
There was a tone to that.
I feel like it's in the folder. Burger.
Hey,
what? So I got Kings Rewind, Kings lose, Chargers win. Phillip Rivers in the folder.
What are you talking about?
Jason, you're looking at it, right?
I see it.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I see. Oh, whoops.
Wow.
I put it in the wrong day.
Wow. Oh! That's 2 days in a row. What was it yesterday? And you got him on it? Oh, it was Mike Brown coaching.
Yeah.
Dude.
Where's the audio?
Where is the audio? Oh, hey, my bad. It's in the folder now. Sorry, Chris. My fault. Here's Doug Christie on Zach Levine.
No, more than anything, we want Zach to just be aggressive. That's who he is for us. We need him. We want to shoot more three-pointers. We still didn't get to the 40 number that we want to get to on a night-to-night basis. We get up 33, so we were still 7 short. But he is our main guy when it comes to, pulling up, and we got some screens for him early. He got some in transition, but he came out and set the tone with
it's 100% the Miami game. I'm just playing it because Chris told me to. Where'd you put it?
So if you go into Daily Audio,
I think if you look in your,
it's got to rebound. You didn't put them in the folders.
I didn't put them in the folder.
Okay.
I put it in a folder.
Here's Doug Christie's.
It's in a folder.
Got to rebound. Got to rebound.
It was rebounding. Obviously, when you come back from that type of deficit as you're climbing that hill and then you take the lead, normally, you want to keep it. Nembhard made a couple big threes, but more than anything, the ball, it didn't bounce our way, but we also just have to figure out a way to come up with those rebounds because those are huge. Rebounding is one of the key tenets of what we do here, and we're going to be good at it. Offensively, we want to produce extra possessions, but defensively, if you don't get the rebound, you're continuing to be on defense, and that just is unacceptable. But the guys fought extremely hard, and I'm proud of them. They fought hard. That's, would have loved to get this one on the way home for sure, but continuing to play, extreme.
I'm sorry. I need to go back.
A couple big threes, but more than anything, the ball, it didn't bounce our way, but we also just have to figure out a way to come up with those rebounds because those are huge. Rebounding is one of the key tenets of what we do here.
They're the third worst rebounding team in the league.
No, I know. That's what I said. Like, his 3 key principles are defense, rebounding, and sharing the ball, and they don't do 2 of them. Like, that's what they want to be.
Right.
They're not doing it, and I think
so.
That's
he misspoke because when he said it's one of the key tenets of what we do here.
I think he's.
I'm not trying to be a wise guy.
What when people go, "What's your identity?" Doug will say, "Rebounding team, defensive team, and sharing the ball." Now they're not doing that. I think that's what he wants them to be. So everything he is saying is that, but
maybe if you play the entire clip.
Oh, God, sorry.
And we're going to be good at it. Offensively, we want to produce extra possessions, but defensively, if you don't get the rebound, you're continuing to be on defense, and that just is unacceptable. But the guys fought extremely hard, and I'm proud of them. They fought hard. That's, would have loved to get this one on the way home for sure, but continuing to play, extremely hard, got a rebound, but that is the byproduct that produces wins.
Okay. It hit me, hit me weird because I didn't understand. Like I said, I wasn't trying to be a wise guy to Doug.
If you listen to the exact line after, he's like, "We're not doing that."
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're also 4th worst in passes made. We talked about that last week. They are middle of the pack in assists, though, to be fair. And that's why I feel bad for Doug because, and I'll say it again, I don't want people jumping down my throat on this. I don't know if Doug's a good coach. I don't know. I have no idea. He might be a really good coach. He might suck. The truth is it's probably somewhere in the middle, especially when you allow for his lack of experience as an NBA head coach. But what I do know is that I'm always going to use cooking analogies, dude. It's like if you hired a pastry chef to run your barbecue. Like, he might be able to do it just on the basics of chefing, but his expertise is being a pastry chef.
Right.
And I don't know. Like, I feel bad for him because he doesn't have the ingredients necessary. Like, what's he supposed to do? Turn these guys into defensive wizards? What's he supposed to do? Like Demarcus Cousins is the 3-time defending rebound champion, and he's out. It's going to hurt them in rebounding, shockingly, but I don't think they were they were better, but they weren't like top of the table before that.
Right.
The only way I can evaluate Doug as a coach, because I know that's a big part of the conversation. Like, Doug sucks. Doug's great. It's not his fault. Maybe it is. Here's the thing. Anybody, I think, that makes a basic statement on Doug Christie, good or bad as a coach, I think is full of garbage because you don't know. I don't think Scott Perry knows. I think here's how I'll know if Doug Christie's a good coach. If you give him the type of players that are conducive to his coaching style and they still aren't great, well, then Doug's probably not a good coach. Or at least at this point in his life isn't a good coach. I think he's a pastry chef trying to barbecue. Or he's a barbecue chef trying to do pastries. I don't know, which is weirder.
I mean, he was a 500 coach with that mess last season.
He was. But I feel like that almost screwed him. I mean, it probably got him the job so it didn't screw him, but like, I don't know. That's just a whole different animal. Here's Doug on Westbrook.
Russell's a winner. That's what he is. He has a winner's spirit. Everything about his career and how he's come along and everything speaks to winning. And, I don't want to play Russ 40 minutes. I mean, goodness. But he found a game and just he continues to fight, whatever it is. And that's what I appreciate about him. He's the ultimate competitor, and that spirit, I thought in that moment when we went down, we called a timeout and we talked a little bit. And from that point forward, we played a Sacramento Kings brand of basketball that was a little more handsy, rebounding the basketball, getting out and run with pace, sharing the ball at a high level and knocking down shots. And it's not always going to go that way, but it can't be from effort and going about it the right way.
Russell Westbrook is 728 and 533 in his career. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. That is pretty damn good. There was a thing, I don't know if you caught it yesterday, Jason, because it was just super quick, but they're in Indianapolis. He's inbounding the ball from the baseline. And he throws it to a little kid in the crowd to throw it back to him, and then he inbounds the ball.
Okay.
That's the whole story.
Sure.
That kid is going to talk about that for the rest of his life.
For sure.
And it was a split second. In Miami, some people on the sideline were calling him Westbrick, and he turned to him, kind of gave him a glare. I was like, "Don't mess with me, like don't mess around, whatever." And then he carried on. Westbrick really bothers him over the years. He said it. He's explained, like, that's my family name. And unfortunately, his honesty is also probably his worst enemy there because people now know they can get to him. Right. My eyes are wide open with Russell Westbrook. I understand that the Kings probably shouldn't have Russell Westbrook, that they're not going to the playoffs. What he does doesn't matter. we're not developing Russ. We're not going to build around Russ. Russ is not. I'd be surprised if Russ was on the team at the end of the year, much less next year. But he is by far, and I'm going to be really fair here. I wasn't necessarily I wasn't a Russell Westbrook hater at all. I was just very lukewarm on Russ. And I if I'm being honest, I probably thought before he came here, kind of a moody, aloof, maybe a little stat powder type of dude.
Yeah.
Never won the big one, blah, blah, blah. I've said it before and I'll say it again because not everybody listens to every minute of the show. But I think you could do it. I think someday you could do a 30-30 on Russ Westbrook this year.
Just for this year?
For this year.
Yeah.
This is a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest guards of all time in the twilight of his career, who could be doing anything else, making the vet minimum, who had to start on the bench, earn his way into the starting lineup, is putting up for his age and the tread on his tires insane numbers, triple-double last night, great efficiency. Dude, he's going to make some mistakes. He's going to brick some threes. He's going to take some bad shots. That's just the Russ Westbrook. I get that. But he is going out there and showing more heart and more hustle and more passion and playing to the fans and making memories. And he's doing it all on a dead-end team in one of the least desirable, if not the most least desirable outpost in the NBA. And he's playing like we're freaking 16-6 and gunning for the title. And when I say we're not really getting that much out of him, what's intangible is that what I hope is that Maxime Reynaud and Nick Clifford and anyone else on the team that we would build around, years from now, they're going to be telling a story and be like, my rookie year, Russell Westbrook, who's been in the Hall, he was my vet. He's been in the Hall of Fame for years now, but I remember him saying to me, that I'm just classic line, like, you never know. This might be some kid in the audience's only night to see basketball the whole year and their one chance, and they came to see me, and if I tank it or if I half-ass it, I've just ruined that kid's, maybe their dad saved up all year to get me a ticket, blah, 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 whatever. Like, Russell, I've gained so much respect for Russell Westbrook this year, and I'm super happy they signed him in a year of crap and dog barf. Like, Russ is the, shining jewel of the team, and it's just fun. It's the one thing I really get happiness out of this year.
And the consistency with that, like we said, before he got here, how hard he plays.
Yes.
That does transfer. And for his own production. And he's still talented.
Yes.
And that's how he's able to get triple-doubles, the greatest rebounding guard we've seen. And statistically, he just keeps moving up in all the categories.
I now understand why there is a nation of wackadoodles that do nothing but root for Russell Westbrook, no matter what. I'm a fellow wackadoodle now. I am part of Russ FC, and I'm proud of it. We'll take a break when we come back. Matthew Barrows will join us from The Athletic. We'll talk about the 49ers and more next.
A Sacramento tradition continues this year. The Santa Parade. Free for all to enjoy circling Capitol Park beginning at 10 a.m. December 13th, the joy of the holiday season. Santa Claus is coming to Sacramento with the 41st Santa Parade. Join Sactown Sports 1140 December 13th beginning at 10 a.m.
Brought to you in part by Elk Grove Chevrolet, Western Health Advantage, and OK Tire and Automotive.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Year-end pricing's in effect. Every vehicle's priced to sell before the new year during Happy Honda Days. At Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Get behind the wheel of your new Accord or Civic today. Own or lease during Happy Honda Days at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Amateur players will be pleased to know that the USGA doesn't object to a friendly bet with your weekend foursome. Friendly bets include soft drinks after the round, hot dogs at the turn, or even a $2 Nassau, one of the most widely used bets in golf. It takes its name from the Nassau County Country Club of Glen Cove, Long Island, one of the many clubs frequented by the well-to-do in the late 19th century. As the story goes, matches between these clubs were often reported in the local newspapers, sometimes to the embarrassment of wealthy industrialists coming out the loser. The Nassau captain, J.B. Coles Tappan, then devised a format where the worst possible result could not be reported as anything more than a 3-0 defeat. In a Nassau, 3 equal wagers are placed on the first 9, the second 9, and 18-hole total. A $2 Nassau is sometimes referred to as a 2-2-2 bet. Some play better with a bet to keep their attention. Others are nervous at the thought of losing. Whatever your choice, golf is a game. Have some fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Matt Barrows will join us momentarily. Hey, before we get to Matt, though, or while we're waiting on him, what do you do when Sabonis comes back if he does? Like, do you pull Reno, or do you try to go 4 or 5?
I
do the 3?
I would start Sabonis.
No. I'm saying, would you go Sabonis 5, Reno 4?
No.
Would you? No. So you'd move.
I wouldn't, but at that point, now I would go, I'm sorry, Eubanks, but
yeah,
Precious has to get some minutes, and Precious
has to get
minutes. Eubanks, you buy.
Yeah.
What?
Eubanks, what?
You buy.
You break it, you buy it. Why am I hearing?
And,
there we go. And hey, that is a perfect.
Yes.
Hey, as we get to Matt, can I say something?
You can.
You can agree or disagree with me. Tough week for Chris.
So far.
Right?
Yeah.
2 days in, he's had 2 major errors.
Major.
The jokes are not hitting like they usually. Is something?
Be careful. The Verlot squad will come after you.
I'm saying it. I'm not even ripping on him. I'm almost worried. Is it the holidays?
I don't know.
All right. Joining us right now from The Athletic, our dear friend, Matt Barrows. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, guys.
What's
going on?
How was your bye week? I always like to think you're off somewhere in some sunny locale with an umbrella in your drink, just with
writing books.
Writing books. You got like one of them tinfoil. What are those things, like the tinfoil things you hold in front of your face to get the extra sun? Like, how was your bye week?
Yeah, bald, fair-skinned, blue-eyed men aren't eager for the extra sun.
Yeah, okay.
But it was sunny. I went down to Santa Barbara. My niece goes to UC Santa Barbara, and it was a glorious weekend weather-wise. I couldn't believe that it was the month of December. And I'd never spent any time there. I didn't realize that UC Santa Barbara students in the evening all sort of migrate to this park that, you could see the sunset, and it's just like it's like a cult almost. But I was ready to join that cult.
Right.
I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna dig up my SAT scores from 1991, and I'm gonna be a gaucho. I think that's my future.
For 20 plus years, Jason, and you know this, I have asked Matt Barrows every year what he has done on his bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And every 20 years before I ask, I always tell you, I hope you joined a cult. And here we are after 20 years. And that's a hell of a cult to join if you did, Matt. That campus, I took a wrong turn with my daughter when we were doing the McCartney concert in Santa Barbara. And we took a wrong turn. We ended up on the Santa Barbara campus, and you literally walk 10 feet and you're on the ocean. So I don't know how anybody studies there.
Yeah, it's if I'm in like Vermont or New Hampshire right now, and I know that there are students at UC Santa Barbara that are enjoying that weather and that climate
Right.
and those conditions. Yeah, I'd start to kind of question my decisions in life.
Were there any 49ers there with you? What was their plan? They had to have a few days off at least,
You know
right?
what? It's so funny you asked that. George Kittle was in Santa Barbara.
Part of the Colts?
I did not see him, but I was told that he also spent his bye week in Santa Barbara. I went to the Gauchos basketball game with my niece. She's a huge sports fan, big 49ers fan. And they're good this year.
Yeah.
Gauchos scored 109 points. So they're legit. Yeah, I didn't run into any 49ers, but Kittle was down there, I was told.
Maybe he was covering you. Like they've turned the tide.
Yeah, just give me my space, George. I mean, stop coming up to me. Stop calling me.
Yeah, journalism is my whole life.
Yeah,
I'm more
come
than
on.
that. By the way, did you guys know? I feel like you did. Did you know a gaucho is it's Portuguese for a skilled horseman? It's a folk symbol of Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Brazil. I didn't.
A lot like Matt.
A lot. I would say Matt is probably a skilled horseman. Matt, your thoughts?
I've had some bad incidents with horses. Like I get on a horse and I don't weigh very much, and the horse all of a sudden realizes I can do whatever I want. This guy has no control over me.
Wow, because you're the master of the lead. So thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Matt, we'll move on to football now. Is it, if you had to choose where you put a bye, or let me ask you this, to your knowledge, coaches, if they had to choose where to put a bye, was this later for the 49ers ideally? Would it be right in the middle? What are your thoughts on the timing of it?
Yeah, I think if they had their druthers, they'd put it right smack dab in the middle, which is what the NFL does for the 49ers usually. This was an aberration. You've never had a bye this late before. I mean, to me, it's recompense for the Rams, the Chargers, the Seahawks, and the 49ers always have way more travel. We're talking 30,000 miles a year, whereas like the Bengals might travel, 3,000 miles. Centrally located teams don't do this amount of travel. So if you give them a more favorable bye, I feel like it evens that out a little bit. This was difficult, but now that it's here, I mean, I'm sure the 49ers will try to spin this as, okay, we could take advantage of this. This is something that, the 28 other teams don't have. Kyle Shanahan was a little bit hesitant because he feels like the team has hit its stride and that it's on a roll, in a rhythm, and that he was a little bit reluctant to interrupt that. But he's been good, coming out of the bye historically with the 49ers. So, and as we discussed, they have a bit of a bye and a half with the Tennessee Titans coming. So, I mean, that'll be the key, keeping that momentum going, even though you had that Week 14 bye.
Yeah, they didn't get the loss they were hoping for, like maybe a sneaky loss for the Rams or Seattle this past weekend. But the fact that they were off, they got some help, some other NFC losses, and the fact that it is Tennessee next. I mean, it really seems like, they're all probably must-wins at this point, Matt. But you got to make sure, based on the remaining schedule, that this is win 10 this week with Tennessee, and there's no slip-up for these guys.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I would say the other, I hate to paint this as a favorable thing because the guy got injured, but Daniel Jones's injury with the Colts and the fact that Phillip Rivers, who I believe just turned 72, might be quarterbacking the Colts when they had that Monday night game. That's, that was setting up to be a difficult game. I'm still not convinced that the 49ers can stop the run. The Colts will probably go run heavy. But if you're one-dimensional, that'll be a much more achievable task for the 49ers.
Was that last year, Matt, or I can't remember. All this blends together where Kyle Shanahan was asked about if, this happened. Well, the emergency we were going to go to, they were going to talk to Phillip Rivers. Wasn't that a couple years ago or a year ago?
I think that was the 2022 year that Brock Purdy took over, and he was already the third quarterback. And then they went into the playoffs with just a couple of quarterbacks, and we all know it happened in Philadelphia. I believe it was that year. But, even at that point, it was a crazy scenario that Phillip Rivers had been retired for X amount of years. And now we're talking 3 years beyond that. Phillip Rivers and John Lynch are buds. They live near each other. I think their daughters went to high school together. So that was the connection with Phillip Rivers.
Who's a grandpa, like we were saying earlier with Sean
Yeah,
Salisbury.
he's a grandfather.
How amazing is that? Also, not the first who is? Oh, Brett Favre.
Yes.
Yeah, and all that. So, Brock Purdy is not a grandpa. He is quite the young lad, but still playing. Obviously, the bye week is going to be good for his, I would hope, his turf toe. But are there any specific players that we could expect to see after this bye week? And sub note, are you buying in any of this Fred Warner stuff that you're hearing, Matt?
Oh yeah, let me go to the injured guys, and then I have an opinion on Fred Warner.
Sure.
I think they're thinking about Eddie Pinheiro coming back.
Okay.
And Matt Gay did a fantastic job, and if they win a Super Bowl, Matt Gay absolutely deserves a ring for coming in and kicking, being perfect in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yetur Gross-Matos, to me, might be the biggest one. He's the only one on IR specifically, so they'd have to open his window and have him come back. He's dealing with recovering from a hamstring strain. And then the two high ankle sprain guys, Tatum Bethune, another major component. He's a possibility, as is Sam Okuwanu, defensive end. So, each of those guys would be a huge addition for these, what I call the Final Four, the last 4 games of the season. And then as far as Warner, I cannot imagine that he isn't gunning. I mean, he's such a competitive person. You can't compete on the field. The only way you can kind of slake that competitive thirst is to sort of beat the odds. I guarantee you he is gunning for a return during the playoffs.
Wow.
I saw him yesterday in the locker room. No crutches, no boot, no nothing. He's making progress. I've consulted a couple of orthopedic surgeons on what the timeline is for Fred Warner and the type of injury. Remember, he had the dislocation fracture of the ankle. Talked to Eric Giza, who works with the Sac Republic out there, works with the U.S. men's national team. This is a common injury in soccer, and he said 4 weeks is usual 4 months, 16 weeks is typical for a normal person. But, the NFL and, professional athletes have rehab or access to rehab means, working out in the pool, anti-gravity, treadmills, things that, the Daves and Jasons of the world don't have access to.
Right.
Which means that, they can be back in 14 weeks, maybe sometimes even 13 weeks. And if you're talking about 13 weeks, you're talking about the middle of the playoffs. So, like I said, I guarantee you he's gunning for that. Now, whether the 49ers allow that or not remains to be seen. But I think it's a definite possibility.
As we're talking with Matt Barrows from The Athletic, brought to you by Stockton Honda. Yeah, I know we're already speculating on that. I can totally see your point where Fred's going to be the competitor to say, oh, if they told me 4 months, I'm going to do it in X amount of weeks and give myself a chance. If we can kind of fast forward to that, assuming the Niners are still in and playing, and a guy of that value, of that importance, but also, future importance too to this organization, what's your read on how they would handle that? If Fred thinks he's good, but maybe medically they're like, yeah, I don't know if it's best for you. How do you think they'll approach that?
Yeah, I think that they'll err on the side of caution. I mean, they'll want to see him performing on the field. They do all sorts of high-tech things. They have a baseline for Fred Warner about how fast he runs in a straight line, how fast he runs side to side, how fast he backpedals. And if he can't duplicate any of those things on the field, then they'd probably say no. I think a lot of it would depend on, is Tatum Bethune still healthy? Is Tatum Bethune, playing well? I remember a few years ago, Trent Williams was dealing, I think, with a high ankle sprain. I think it was the 21 playoffs, and sort of played in that championship game against the Rams. The Rams had a great defensive line, and he was not 100%. And he said, in hindsight, my backup would have been better than me in that game. It would have been better for, at that time, it was Colton McKivitz to play in that game instead of me. So that would be what Fred Warner and the 49ers would have to decide. Is Fred Warner at 85% better than Tatum Bethune at 100%?
Matt, I know we've kind of circled around this a little bit with some of our conversation. I was reading something earlier. The Niners finished 29th last year in scoring defense. This year they're 8th, which makes almost zero sense when you consider Bosa out, Warner out, the other people they've missed. Also, they rank in the bottom half of the league in many major defensive categories, including expected points, takeaways, yards per play, defensive efficiency, etc. But this defense has kept them in the game for much of this year. Is it too simplistic to say that's the Robert Saleh effect? Is this something, no disrespect to Steve Wilkes, that would have happened if this was going on under him? Can you put a finger on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that for sure. They've also played the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. The Cardinals were playing without their top quarterback, and he threw for something like 6,000 yards in that game. So I mean, there are, like I said, my concern for the 49ers as they move forward, they start playing good teams. The Seattle Seahawks is looming as one. Good teams are going to have good quarterbacks plus good running games. And the 49ers have played very few teams that have that combination. So I think that they're vulnerable when it comes to that. I think that, Robert Saleh can scheme things up as much as he can, but, you don't have, two of your top defensive ends. You don't have your all-pro middle linebacker. The chickens are going to come home to roost at some point.
Matt, we're probably too far away to totally speculate on this because the division's not out of hand by any means, with the Rams and Seahawks both being 10-3 and the Niners at 9-4, still with another matchup with Seattle. But if the Niners don't win the division, how critical do you think they believe it is to try to get to 5, which means you're most likely playing, well, you would play 4, and that could be at this point like Tampa Bay or Carolina as opposed to that NFC North or I guess the Eagles, the North winner or the Eagles.
Yeah, I think, for all sorts of reasons you want to do that. I don't think you want to play the Eagles in Philadelphia. Like I said, I think the 49ers are vulnerable to the running game. In terms of matchups, Tampa would be probably a good matchup. Carolina, obviously, they just smoked them. If the Cowboys overtook the Eagles in the NFC East, that would mean that they've gotten hot.
Yeah.
And you probably don't want to run into them. But travel-wise, I'd rather go to Arlington, Texas, where they've won in the playoffs before. Heading south, short trip, that would be the ultimate. Don't want to go to Green Bay. Don't want to go to Philly. And maybe I'm projecting when I say this. I don't want to go to Green Bay. I don't want to go to Philly. That would be. But it's gonna flip several times in these last 4 weeks.
Have we ever lost in the playoffs in Green Bay? I feel like we've played them 27 times, and maybe I've just blocked it out, Matt. I feel like we always beat Green Bay.
They haven't lost. They haven't gone shorter than the NFC Championship game.
That's right.
In the playoffs under Shanahan. They win wherever they go, unless it's Philly or LA, or those are the only 2 spots that they've lost.
Well, speaking of traveling, by the way, 9-4 coming off a bye. They leave Santa Clara once the rest of the season before the playoffs, that is, to go to Indy. You got home Tennessee at Indy, home Chicago, home Seattle. That's a tough two-stretch, although the Colts, it's a little bit different than now. I know you're not a betting man, neither am I. We're not allowed to, of course, for our jobs. But 9-4, is this probably an 11-6 team, give or take a game, would be your guess?
Yeah. I think so. I forget what the odds are that they make the playoffs from this point onward. But, they gained a spot by not playing. So it's favorable. I mean, their strength of schedule is probably in the top third, maybe the bottom of that first bracket, because of the Colts and because of the Bears and because of the Seahawks. But again, like the Colts aren't going to be as strong as they were at the beginning of the season. I think that they're headed for the playoffs, and the dream is that they come back from Indy and they would never have to travel again. The Super Bowl being in Santa Clara. Yeah. So they had practice at their home facility. Remember all the drama about UNLV last year? They were beside themselves. They could not believe how bad the practice situation was for them. They were freaking out. And at a time where you're playing Patrick Mahomes, you want to be as calm as possible. That would be just a huge advantage for them. That would require obviously winning the number one seed, winning the division. It's possible. I mean, I would say that the Rams and the Seahawks have just as hard a finale as the 49ers do.
Is there any update, Matt, on Ayuk, kind of the latest with that situation?
No update other than, no update means that, no communication. Wow. I keep going to, they had what was called a bonus practice yesterday because they're coming off their bye. They don't usually practice on Mondays. And the bonus practice, among the media is just this throwaway thing where they barely let us see the practice. There's like 3 guys in the locker room. It's not great access, and it's easily blow-offable, especially if you're in beautiful Santa Barbara, you're hanging out with George Kittle, all that stuff. But I decided, you know what, I should come back, because if Brandon Ayuk shows up and I'm not there, it's gonna look bad. So I went back for that, and of course he was nowhere to be seen. And he hasn't been seen by anybody in the media, at least for 2 months now. Supposedly he comes in very early in the morning to do his rehab stuff and then skedaddles, and that's it.
We ever gonna see him catch a ball for the Niners again?
When?
I said, are we? Do you think ever?
Are we?
Yeah. It's unfair. I'm asking you to.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, the rationale for yes would be that, okay, they're in the spotlight. He realizes that he might get cut in the off season. He'd be basically auditioning for the other 31 teams, and he's coming off this, major injury. So, it would be in his financial interest to do that. What he probably would do is sign a short-term deal with a team, prove it, in 1 year, and then before the age of 30, have another long-term deal if he succeeds.
All right, Matt goes down to, I was trying to say Santa Barbara. Matt goes down to Santa Barbara, doesn't get a sunburn, comes back. And by the way, Matt, I think we both agree, and I'm not really a Southern California guy, as everyone knows. Santa Barbara doesn't count as Southern California.
It's its own thing.
It is 100%. It's like its own little country. Like, it's not even, I don't even feel like it's even part of California. It's weird.
It's a little paradise.
It is. It's paradise. And when I say weird, I mean in all the good ways. Like, oh, hey, here's a bunch of missions, and here's a hill, and here's some hippie cafe looking thing, and I'm going to get a coffee and a beignet and walk to the ocean, and there's some lady in a tie-dye shirt that wants to sell me a bird. Like, this is my type of place.
It's the West Coast Key West.
Yes. That's perfect. That's why he's.
Did you buy the bird, Matt, from the lady?
I didn't. It was saying some foul things.
That was George Kittle, dude.
Yes.
Matt Barrows writes for The Athletic. He covers the 49ers better than anyone in the entire world. And now that the bye week's over, he's with us for the duration, win or lose. Matt, appreciate you. We'll see you next week.
All right. Talk to you then, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Why did I turned
You
off
hung
my
up
mic
on him.
instead of
Yeah.
hanging up on him?
I can just picture him hanging out at the beach.
I can too.
No skin exposed.
No?
No.
Okay, because I was thinking, I don't want to
He
get
said
you
fair skinned.
So no Niners Speedo?
Well, that.
That's a visual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go,
I'm
go,
waiting.
no, you
Well, then
go
the
ahead.
question is what does he do head-wise?
Supersize hat.
So like the big floppy hat?
Huge
Yes,
floppy
like
hat.
oversized.
Like a living
sun hat.
A living version of Weekend at Bernie's. Like where he's just got the shades and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or is it just like a thick layer of sunscreen?
Oh, he's got that on the nose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got like his nose is white and creamy.
Yeah.
Sunscreeny. It's like the late great Bill Walton. He used to do that, like he'd go bike riding, and his face just looked like he got annihilated by seagulls because he had, he's fair skinned with the red hair, and he would just
got to make sure I'm protected.
That's right, Dave. The reason why, we'll take a break. When we come back, what do Demarcus Cousins, Sam Amick, Vivek Ranadive, and Scott Perry all have in common? They're all going to be a part of this next segment. You're going to want to tune in next.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
If a Lenovo gaming computer is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to score exclusive deals on the gaming PCs you want, like the Lenovo Legion Tower 5 Gen 10 gaming desktop and Lenovo Lock gaming laptop. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Nugget Bells, Nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
We will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Honey, look. 4 calling birds.
Do they have cell phones?
Well, yeah. They're called calling birds because they have 4 lines of Cricket 5G.
How do they pay?
Oh, easy. Each line is only $25 a month.
Who are they calling?
Beats me. One sec, gotta take this.
Join Cricket Nation and get 4 lines for $25 per month each. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. New lines only. All lines must be selected. Unlimited plan fees. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and Timber Creek Golf Course, want to let you know, is your official holiday golf headquarters. Right now, they've got an unreal deal going. Buy two, get one free. These are 12 packs of Srixon golf balls. Srixon has been turning heads all year. I've been using these balls. And, yeah, for the record, my pseudo hole-in-one back in September came off a Srixon tee shot, and people aren't letting me forget it, that's for sure. Listen, these balls will not make you a scratch golfer, but for somebody like me, it makes the ball go more in the direction I want it to go in, and that means quite a bit. So whether you're shopping for the golfer in your life or, let's be honest, you're buying for yourself, hey, stock up now. When you're at Timber Creek, grab a gift certificate for lessons to dial in your game for next season. Whether you're fixing a slice or adding distance, improvement doesn't stop for winter. You got your holiday shopping solved. Srixon, buy two, get one free at Timber Creek Golf Course. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be fun.
Yeah! It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
Well, here's a quick What's on Deck, brought to you by our friends from Trex Decking and Railing. Not a lot of basketball tonight. There's cup games. Teams trying to advance to Vegas, the Eastern Conference. You got the Heat at the Magic and the Knicks at the Raptors. Raptors. No Kings, not for a couple days.
No Kings.
Yeah, no Kings.
No Kings. All right.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out
What the hell? Russell Westbrook?
What those four things had in common. Well, they have the things in common.
Demarcus Cousins, Sam Amick, Vivek Ranadive,
Scott Perry.
They all wear glasses?
Yeah, I guess that would work.
Does
Vivek wear glasses? No.
I don't think Vivek does.
No, I don't think so either. Probably contacts.
Maybe
not. Maybe he just has great eyes. I don't know. The FanDuel basketball-y show thing, whatever, aired about an hour ago. And Sam Amick playing favorites, apparently. I thought he only came on our show. Yeah, we'll talk to him about that Thursday.
He didn't start off by making coffee on the FanDuel show.
Yeah, oh, yeah. He's all. I don't think he had. Well, we'll see, because I don't think he had it. I saw a little bit of the video. It didn't look like he was having video issues. Wasn't standing in front of his Keurig when he was talking to FanDuel. But of all people, Demarcus Cousins, who is now on the media side, asked Sam a question. Chris has the tape.
My former team, the Kings, they're 6-18 right now. Front office is looking to blow it up. Fans are yelling at Zach LaVine to play defense. What is the morale like in Sacramento right now?
Yeah, I mean, you've lived it, Demarcus. It's bad, not to this degree, certainly. It's pretty bad because when they made the trade for Fox, I think the mistake they made from the fan standpoint was they really framed it like, oh, okay, well, Zach LaVine is an all-star level player and who's going to allow us to remain competitive and push for the playoffs. And when that didn't happen and not even close in the early part of the season, the fans started turning pretty bad. And now you have the shifting of the storyline and the framing, which is it's time to rebuild. So that's a tough pill to swallow. Again, something well is that Vivek Ranadive is an extremely involved owner, I think, to a negative degree with this franchise. And right now, GM Scott Perry is trying to keep him at bay and convince him that this might take 3, 4, 5 years to turn around. So morale is bad. The team is fighting. They fought last night. They were down big against Indiana, and Russ had a really good night, and they just kind of fell apart at the end. But it's one of those things. I think everybody in the room knows what it is, which is that the vets are going to compete and be proud and do their thing. But this roster is just completely in flux. I mean, really, you're just talking about Nick Clifford and, a couple other guys who are part of the future. The rest of them, they're trying to test the market and figure out what kind of moves they can make.
So, okay. And then that question, who was that? Who was that on there with them?
It's probably Chandler Parsons.
It was Chandler.
Maybe Sweet Lou Williams.
Chandler was about to ask about the market, and Sam went on to say, which he said with us, that DeMar will probably be fairly easy to move, and the rest are a little more complicated. But let's go back to what We'll talk about this again on Thursday. That's interesting because the headline that grabbed my eye that's making the way around is that Scott Perry is trying to convince ownership that, and really ownership, that's Vivek, that it could take another, it could take, this whole project could be 3 to 5 years. Now, I don't know. I have not plugged in yet. I'll talk to Sam later today. I don't know that he's plugged in with ownership. Sometimes things get aggregated. That is one way you could take this comment, which a lot of people are, which is, is ownership already getting impatient? Are they already getting impatient and pushing for, well, we need to be better quicker? And if that's the case, that's a problem. And that's a problem that needs to be discussed sooner rather than later. Like, we all want to be better sooner. I would love for us to be a playoff team next year and cooking for a championship. Of course. I'd love for it to happen this year. I would love for Nick Clifford to start averaging 34 and Maxime Reynaud to go 25 and 12 every night. But I'd love to do a lot of things. But if there is pressure now on the front office, and I'm not saying, I want to be careful here.
Yeah.
I don't know. But if there is, and we'll do our best to find out that, hey, we need a quicker timeline, that is a huge, huge red flag.
I took it in two ways. Now, again, this is how I took it. I'm not even sure if this is how it was intended, or my first way would be, one, I like what I heard because to me that implies that they are not thinking of taking shortcuts.
Yes,
and
Scott Perry is not taking.
Correct,
right.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
So Scott Perry is implying that there's no shortcuts here. And I agree with that. And the second part of it is, this is a little bit akin, Dave, and you'll remember this, to like, let me see who would be a king of this. Lou Holtz, where it's like, oh, we're playing Liberty.
Right.
That team, like, you're 48-point favorites. Like,
right.
You're not losing to Liberty. You've got to give them appropriate respect. But
That's right.
It's giving yourself a little bit of a cushion.
You're underdogging it.
So to me, if you say it's going to take 3 to 5 years, if that's an implied thing, well, that's a long time in the NBA, and it might. But you're also saying, like, to your point, like, if it happens next year, well, hey, look, I did my job faster than I said I would. So I think it's no shortcuts.
Yes.
It might take a little bit of time, but let's just assume that come December 15th, when they're going to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe on trying to make a few trades.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way this year, I'll even give them the benefit of the doubt, they succeed in trading Sabonis, DeRozan, and LaVine. I'll just pick those three.
Sure.
I'm not even telling you what's coming back because I don't know what's coming back. The implication would be they're not going to get players today that are as good as
That's
those.
right.
But along the way, it's like, wow, the genesis was, let's get a few little financial freedom, maybe a pick or two.
Yep.
But, hey, just because we did this and unlocked this, and we actually got one player that came back
That's right.
He was kind of a throw-in,
Yes.
but look, he's playing really well for us.
Tamani Camera and the Willard trade.
Something like
Yes.
if we go back to when they got, who came when the Trey Lyles, like he was the third piece in the Bagley. It was like Josh Jackson, Trey Lyles, and the third player. Oh, DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo was the headliner.
Yes.
Josh Jackson was like, hey, that's a former lottery pick.
Right.
Oh, and Trey Lyles.
Right.
Well, Trey Lyles stuck around and outperformed.
That's right.
So something along those lines, like you're like, hey, this guy's actually helped this team. And if it helps you and unlocks a few other things, it's like they got better a little bit
That's
faster,
right.
but it's still not a shortcut. You're still using those draft picks and trying to find the franchise players and build on and so forth. That's how I take it, but it might also be that little warning to those that get a little itchy and scratchy.
Sure.
Like it's not going to happen overnight.
That is why I'm going to side on the positive of, I love that our general manager is signaling that this is a long-term project and not a short-term gain. Because that's half the battle, is making sure the GM sees the field. And now, by the way, that's the foundation. That's the first part. You got to nail some of the draft picks. You got to nail some of the trades.
Absolutely.
You still have a lot of work to do. But the fact that we haven't even been in the same book, much less on the same chapter, on the same page, it sounds like he is on the right page in the right chapter. And don't get me wrong, dude, 3 to 5 years, that's a lot. It really, really is. Because I think a lot of people hear that and they go, well, what's 5 more when it's been, 40? But again, to build a long-standing, consistent competitor in the eyes of an OKC or a Detroit or a number of these other squads. And who was it? I forget who said it, but it's so freaking true, man. in a situation like this, there's no easy way out.
Right.
There's no shortcut home.
No.
Okay, giving in, it can't be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, because I even did this last night after the game. The game ended, wrapping things up, and I happened to look at, I go, I haven't looked at this in a while. I looked at the standings. I go, oh my gosh, they're 3 out of 10th. I assume they were like 9 out of 10th.
Yeah.
But the point being is like, don't get tricked by that. No. I mean, Portland's not very good. They're in 10th. No. Kings, you're not very good. No. Like you're not. It hasn't been bad luck.
No.
It hasn't been. Well, I mean, Sabonis is out. They've missed him, but I mean, I don't feel like if Sabonis comes back, that like boom, here they go.
They weren't amazing with him,
right? So just play it.
Yeah.
See what's out there in the trades. Don't don't do anything crazy. I think everything that's been kind of laid out makes sense.
Yes.
And hopefully they kind of follow those guidelines.
There have been minor speed bumps. You could argue the Schroeder signing, which we've already explained why that kind of had to happen. And in retrospect, we don't know what Nate Clifford's going to be.
Right.
Some people have issues with Keon Ellis's playing. Like, we can nitpick, but there's been nothing long term. And that's what we've been saying since the summer. Until they do. Now, look, we turn around after the trade deadline and we're sitting here with John Moran or Trae Young or whatever, and they're taking on. We're going to be able. The great thing about this is that we're going to be able to tell
by like the first trade, like what the plan
we're
is.
going to be able to see if this is Scott Perry's vision or if this is some sort of because here's the thing. It's not a guarantee. It's far from a guarantee. If Scott Perry has complete autonomy and is 100% focused on this level, it's still not a guarantee. But if he's having to compromise, if he's having to make concessions, if he's having to, for every one move he does for himself, he does another move for the ticket salespeople or what, it won't work.
Right.
We'll be right.
That's a shortcut.
That is 100% a shortcut. It's a lack of discipline. We will be in the same spot again in 3 to 5 years saying, what's another 3 to 5 years? You look, I don't know what other analogy to use, so I apologize in advance because cancer is a really serious thing. But whatever disease it may be, you can't just dig 90% of it out. It will come back. You leave 5%. I got rid of 95% of the disease. Okay, cool. Well, that means it's probably going to take longer for you to be disease-ridden. But if you leave that 5% there, it's not an if or a when. It's coming back. You have to cut out 100% of the crap, and that might take 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, but hey, 3 to 5 years from now, we'll be like, hey, I don't think Oklahoma City's regretting being 40-42 2 years ago.
Correct.
We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot and who's not. That was earlier. Now we're going to do What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. We're also going to recap last night's 3 in the Key.
Are we?
No, we're going to actually do crosstalk with, I don't know what the hell we're doing, man. I don't think
throw a spiral.
I don't think we got any points. You know what? Because this happened and I wasn't prepared for it. We'll be back with Alan Stiles and other stuff. Yeah, baby. Coming up next, Drago!
A Sacramento tradition continues this year. The Santa Parade. Free for all to enjoy circling Capitol Park beginning at 10 a.m. December 13th, the joy of the holiday season. Santa Claus is coming to Sacramento with the 41st Santa Parade. Join Sactown Sports 1140 December 13th beginning at 10 a.m.
Brought to you in part by Elk Grove Chevrolet, Western Health Advantage, and OK Tire and Automotive.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you? Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com. We'll call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. Give to get with no gimmicks. Limited appointments. Some restrictions apply.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Fakes the give. He runs left. He's got a nose for the goal line, and he's in for a 49ers touchdown. Reed opted in a celebration for the quarterback, Brock Purdy. The toe looks just fine on a 2-yard scamper, and the Niners lead 16-8. Purdy looks left, throws left, and a head-high catch made at the V in Cleveland by DeJuan Jennings for a 49ers touchdown.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced-up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners! Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heating and Air. They're now upgrading what they do to include plumbing. They're bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. So they're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them all the time as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement. And now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free and give you that second opinion. And right now, they got a free furnace special with a full system installation up to $2,500 in rebates. All for a company that's been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ Better Business Bureau. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Year-end pricing's in effect. Every vehicle's priced to sell before the new year during Happy Honda Days. At Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Get behind the wheel of your new Accord or Civic today. Own or lease during Happy Honda Days at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah! How are you doing? A little to your left, Alan. I'll say it for Chris. I'll say it.
I was on my left today.
What is going on, dude?
What do you mean?
Why are we wearing shades?
I just happen to have them on.
Yeah?
Got to block the haters. I heard you might be after me today.
He was bragging about his perfect score.
No, I actually wasn't at all. But I heard you might be after me, so I'm keeping my.
Yeah, you guys are, I guess, winning in the.
Dominating, really.
Yeah, perfect score in the break times.
Yeah, man. It's just about your process, and being process oriented and.
Trust the process.
And understanding what it takes to win, Been a winner.
I won't win.
Born a winner. I'll lose a winner.
You in the Coast Guard, Alan?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So.
That's with the life preserver.
Yeah.
Shout out best man,
You're on the air.
What?
This guy's on the air. Unstreamed phone call for Alan. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
This is a bad idea.
No, I was trying to find the advertiser.
Which advertiser?
The one that does your plumbing.
Oh, American Energy Heating and Air, now known as American Energy Home Pros?
Yeah.
Yeah, 916-520.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay. No problem. Dude, we will stop it down for this.
We will narrowcast.
We will stop it down for this. You know, they've been in business since 1981. Do I get points for this?
That's all? Only 1981?
1980. Come on,
Effective
man.
business.
They didn't even have plumbing before 1981.
I've been here since 1957.
Well, God bless you. And we're
That
gonna
was the outhouse.
We're gonna hook you up. You just tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Okay.
You ready?
Hey, what's the number now?
Okay, 916
Uh-huh.
520
520
9990.
Now.
Yeah. 9990.
Yes, sir.
Okay. They got any special on sewer lines?
Yeah, 10% off. You know what? If you tell them your buddy Dave sent you, and I'd like to think we're friends, sir. They'll give
I listen to you every morning.
God bless you. We are friends then.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. You know what they say old people have.
I like Jason Ross better.
So I don't blame him. I like him better too. What about Alan Stiles in the middays?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm busy. I'm busy.
Yeah. All right. Just tell him Dave and Jason sent you, and you'll get 10% right off the top.
Okay.
Okay,
All
sir.
right.
Good luck. Let me know how. Hey, do me a favor. Let me know how it goes. Call us back when it happens, and let us know how it went.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You know what? Another friend made.
Yeah.
That's how you win a contest, buddy.
What contest?
You can have your breaks. Wow.
Oh,
What
glasses came
contest?
off.
Yeah. Did you hear the Demarcus Cousins Sam Amick segment?
I definitely did.
Interesting.
Definitely
isn't it?
did. Yeah, and then I'm excited because you guys will have him on Thursday.
Who,
right?
Demarcus? No.
Well,
Sam. Gotcha.
So that'll get
That'd be
even-
interesting.
even deeper. These look, just to peel the curtain back a little bit. These days are always great because you wake up and you see, whenever you see Sam, you just say, "Oh, the show's done."
Right. Right.
I mean, you wake up and by the way, we're gonna get Matt George's reaction to that. That's at 11,
Nice.
and then we have Brett Siegel breaking down everything. We call it the Kuminga quota. And we have to talk about Kuminga at least once a show. So we hit our Kuminga quota at 12 o'clock with Brett Siegel, who's, of course, locked in on the Warriors side of things to see if that Malik Monk deal, who did not play in the second half.
He didn't play in the second
last
half.
night.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's a fully loaded show. And thank you, Sam Amick, for pulling it all together. By the way, what will you guys be doing during the MLB lockout? Since the Dodgers got Edwin Diaz today, it's over, right? I mean, it's going to be over. So we'll have a year off from baseball.
That's right.
And hopefully it works itself out.
I'll be enjoying myself.
Not till 2027.
What time?
Not till 2027.
What time is the Matt George reaction? I want to set.
Matt George is.
I know you like Harry Potter.
We're going to react at. It's Lord of the Rings. We're going to react at 10:30. Kyle and myself, and then Matt George comes on at 11, and Matt George has a lot more information from his side of things that we are going to get to, and that's part of our 30-minute commercial-free break, which you do at the top of every hour here on your home, the Sacramento Kings.
Good promotion right there.
24. I would like to get Matt's reaction to D's. So ask him, would you please?
No, because remember the last time I don't do
that. Was
I don't
old
do that.
Polonese.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't
Please.
do Dave.
What was the Olden Polonese thing again?
I don't do Dave. You almost got me. That might have been the same week as the Beam thing. I almost lost my job.
What Beam thing?
He tried to get rid of the beam.
When I asked the question,
God,
which,
to
be fair, a couple years
to
later.
be fair, get rid of the best thing in Sacramento.
Well, actually.
To be fair,
Ellen did a wad.
I asked a question, and that week, and then the very next week was Paul Denise. It was a rough. I told my wife we might be out of
that.
job.
Like, will you believe me that was like not my intention, right?
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know.
I felt so terrible.
At the time, we didn't know each other as well.
Yeah, I know.
This is
That's
the
why I
new
felt
guy.
so
Let's
bad.
get him out the paint real quick. He's from the Bay.
I have taken you under my.
Now you have, but that was a different Dave.
No,
I
it was
will
not.
say this. If you were from Sacramento, Alan, I would have said, hey, he's joking around. Don't do that.
See, it was a setup.
But I wasn't joking.
It was a setup.
But you're from Sacramento now, so I will tell you now.
I'm pretty sure you were in the other room. So I've joked with OP about that like 30 times.
We got to find that
on the air.
You know what? Next summer, once we cool off, because there's always so
I
much
think we should
going
have
on.
him in studio.
I will. I'm not gonna be there.
The three of us. And just
we got to find that during one of these crosstalks when things cool off. because very busy right now. But when things cool off, we got to find the audio and we'll listen to it.
I'm uncomfortable thinking about the audio.
I was part of it.
You were there.
We'll find it.
Celebrity birthdays are brought to you by Carmichael Cookies. Hey! Coworker setting you up to make a fool of yourself on the air? Feel better with a nice Crumble cookie. Oh, leading the contest and breaking perfectly every single break, allegedly.
Bang, bang.
And to be fair, Alan.
What?
Dave is probably the on-air host who's had someone pull a trick like that on him the most.
That's absolutely incredible.
Was it hazing?
No.
You know what? No. Maybe someday plan the Scott Smith interview, Chris.
I think that's in a fire somewhere.
7 people know about that. Jason?
All right.
But you did that yourself.
I did. I actually did it to myself.
We got some movies for you guys to choose from today. On this date, in what year did the movie Scarface come out?
Scarface, 1982.
Scorsese.
Why'd you say it like Kobe? Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Is that what movie directors say when they had a really good
Yes.
Scorsese.
84.
Ooh, very close. 83.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Christopher Law, 1983. Brokeback Mountain.
2002.
I think Dave's close. I'm going to actually say 04.
I think it is 04.
Alan and Chris are closest, 2005.
Ooh.
And on this date, in what year? Twins.
1989. 1989.
90.
1987.
Tie between Chris and Dave, 1988. Happy birthday, Judi Dench.
Hey now. Judi Dench.
Dame
Judi Dench. Look at that dame. Toots. She's 85. Do they use toots anymore?
No.
Bad.
What? Toots is problematic.
I'm just getting out of the
They just called her
doghouse.
Dame.
87.
84.
Basketball player.
Alan's closest, 91.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Whoa, relax. Life is beautiful.
Right?
Happy birthday, Kelly Oubre.
He was supposed to be a king.
Yeah. Thank God he wasn't.
Why,
So,
Dave?
Why?
Because I wouldn't be married anymore.
Yeah.
Have you seen those eyes?
Yeah.
God, my
Dreamy.
wife and her friends
Get
just will
lost.
not shut up at that. His eyes.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's see him.
Can he play defense?
Yeah, can he
Can
throw
he make?
spiral?
Can he make tuna ahi?
You're damn right.
In a zip
You're
line.
damn right.
You know what they do to those tuna?
Kelly Oubre is, God, I don't even know. 30?
I think he finally is 30. He's either 29 or 30.
He's like one of those guys who'd be like 26.
I'm gonna say 29.
29.
We have a correct answer because Carmichael Dave is 30
Dang it.
today. Happy birthday to, hey, we talked about this guy last week, I think, John Malkovich.
We did. With his fake ass accent. Fake. Oh, I think he's old, dude.
And in my club?
Hey, you want to hear something funny, Chris? You'll love this. Somebody convinced me once that John Malkovich was the older brother of Michael Stipe from REM. Legitimately, I thought that was true.
Did you hear the thing? It was Bill Burr. They were saying that Bill Burr and him were brothers. They had different fathers.
No, it was him and Billy Corgan.
Oh, Billy Corgan.
Yes.
Same person.
Which I think is maybe true.
It's not true.
It's not true.
Matt Barrows.
Matt Barrows. So, by the way, somebody asked if between you, Doug, did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, you're the least bald of all three of them. Though.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. That's easily, you're 100%.
Who's the third?
It was Matt Barrows,
But they
baldest.
shaved that
But yeah,
off.
he doesn't want to. Jason doesn't want to fully commit.
He does. What are you talking about?
He doesn't.
shaved
Yeah,
it
he doesn't
all off.
shave it.
Nor should he. He looks great. Get off of Jason. Who?
What?
Bill Burr?
No.
Wait,
who is it?
John Malkovich. Thank you. See, is 73.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Man,
I know.
Looks
Oof.
good.
Ish?
70.
62.
62. Wow. Dave is closest, 72.
You're damn right
Oh.
I am.
That's a good spot there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Better hit your break, Dave.
Hold on. I don't even care now. I want this to be true. No, come on. Where is it? Don't go to break yet. Please don't.
Alan just won.
Oh, breaking news. We've got breaking news. It's not Kings related, but we have breaking news. Can you play it? I don't care. We got breaking news. This is the best story of the day. I promise
When
you.
it breaks,
We have it first.
it's Sactown Sports breaking news.
The Indianapolis Colts are signing
No
Philip
way.
Rivers, the 44-year-old grandfather who has not played in the NFL since the 2020 COVID season, is signing with the Indianapolis Colts. Alan Stiles.
Yeah, Pat McAfee said that a half hour ago.
Where have you been, Producy? Alan Stiles' entire show will have wall-to-wall coverage. It's on TV of all of this. And